On Tuesday?
Yes, I've mentioned this several times that I'm streaming on Tuesday this month.
Have you?
Yes.
Shit, I don't remember that.
Every Tuesday this month for Twisted Metal. Anyways, I'm going to go inform people, though it's going to cause it to instantly pause because this is one of those things when you're not playing it, it just kind of does it.
Hell yeah. Okay, let me get the Chungus up.
But yeah, since this isn't my usual time and because we're doing shenanigans, I'm not expecting this to be that,
No.
what the
What?
Why would they set it up like this?
What do you mean? You know? Volume is a zero-sum game.
Okay then.
All things perfectly balanced as they should be or whatever. That is weird though.
Okay. Okay.
Hell yeah.
What's contest history? It's Christmas Eve, 2005, and in a few moments, the legendary Twisted Metal competition will begin. Deep within his stronghold, far beneath the streets of Los Angeles, the contest's demented creator, a man who calls himself Calypso, watches and waits. He's prepared to pay the winner any prize he or she requests, no matter how rare, no matter how costly, no matter the consequences. A dozen competitors have been personally selected by Calypso to do combat in the 10th running of Twisted Metal competition. They come from every background: assassins, mercenaries, vigilantes, professionals, drivers, social misfits, and joyriders. All out for one thing tonight: the chance to battle for the ultimate dream. Tonight, one dream will come true. Tonight's combatants are... ...
Hell yeah, I missed the original Calypso actor, man.
Everyone loves the original.
So we have Sweet Tooth. I think this is just gonna play through... Yeah. Yellow Jacket.
That's just a tuxie.
Yeah, that's... Dark Side.
Dark side.
You might notice that he's a creature.
Outlaw.
That is just a cop.
Yeah, it's just a cop.
Look at him.
The ultimate outlaw.
Thumper.
Hell yeah.
Got that fucking Simpsons sedan.
Yep. Crimson Fury.
Peter.
Got that fucking red.
Pit Viper.
Pit Viper. Oh god, I forgot about this one.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. Warthog.
Oh.
Halo?
Okay.
Mr. Grimm.
Mr.
I
Grimm.
feel like Mr. Grimm might not be very well equipped.
No, he's got
Spectre.
rockets on there. Spectre. Classic.
Is that like transparent M&M in the top left? What?
Hammerhead.
Hammerhead. Oh, he's coming in hot.
Same.
Roadkill.
Good kill. I don't remember this one either.
And those are the contestants. Okay.
So, those are they.
Damn. I assume that you're going to be playing as Sweet Tooth for the next 6 years?
Well, let's see. Car info. What do we
You
get?
could, if you wanted. Kinfo.
Car info.
Car info.
What? I see that.
Oh,
you're selecting
okay.
it.
Okay.
There it is. Okay. Oh, alright. Okay. Sweet Tooth. While it drives like a bathtub on wheels, this baby is powerful. Watch out for its napalm ice cream cones.
And driven by Needles Kane.
An escaped mental patient. Sweet Tooth is a man on a mission, except his name is Needles Kane, but we conflate the car names and the people names from here on out forever. He has entered Twisted Metal in hopes of gaining the one prize that means more to him than anything else in the world. His best friend.
Okay.
Okay. Yellow Jacket.
Voiced by Clancy Brown, from the sounds of it.
Or Clown for short, which is...
No, that was the last one.
Yeah, I was going to say, kind of ironic.
Yellow Jacket. Speeding in from the mean streets of New York, Yellow Jacket is one of this year's most well-rounded competitors. And
Driven by Charlie Kane.
Charlie Kane.
an old and lonely cab driver from the streets of New York. He has entered Calypso's contest to learn what happened to his son, a young man who disappeared 20 years ago.
Well, I think we can make a guess on what happened there already.
No, I think that'd be jumping to conclusions.
It might be.
We wouldn't want to make an ass out of me.
It's Dark Side.
Yeah, the most what one here? A massive vehicle with awesome power but slow acceleration.
Driven by Mr. Ash.
A ravenous creature who wants to get back what is rightfully his. He's hoping Calypso can help him retrieve an item so powerful it could destroy the world.
Okay.
So, yeah, noting just out from the outset that Mr. Ash here is not a human. Seemingly.
Yeah. Also not a human.
Yeah, a pig.
Outlaw, driven by Sergeant Carl Roberts. Carl.
A sturdy, dependable car with a close-range weapon that can be counted on to pull Sergeant Roberts out of the deadliest battles. A good cop in a world gone mad, he has entered the contest in hopes of forcing Calypso to put an end to Twisted Metal once and for all.
So, yeah,
absolutely, like, I need to put an end to this dangerous, illegal street race murder spree. Let me slap some machine guns on my car and do it myself.
Yeah, sure.
Honestly, that's cop thinking right there.
It is cop thinking. Anyways, Alex, did you miss Mr. Ash, the creature?
A little bit.
Yeah, you missed the literal creature. I'm not even joking.
A ravenous creature.
Yep, wants to get back where it rightfully is. Hoping Calypso can help him retrieve, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Destroy the
Thumper.
Point is,
In
Thumper.
the fucking Simpsons car.
Yeah, the lowest of the lowriders. This car is tough and big, able to escape from the toughest of neighborhoods.
Driven by Bruce. Just Bruce.
Bruce.
A passionate kid from the streets of LA. He's got one last shot at taking his neighborhood out of the war zone. So, already better than I think all the other stuff.
Yeah.
This is like a regular guy that's like, hey, let's not.
Crimson Fury, driven by Agent Stone.
Sharp and super fast. This sports car can outrun every other vehicle in this year's contest. Agent Stone has been hired by an underground freedom organization. His job is to use his prize to claim an object that could liberate the world.
I'm sorry, did they hyphenate underground across the lines, but then just do that fucking even justify a huge ass space between ground and freedom? Why'd they do that?
Shut
Why'd
up.
they do this?
I don't know.
Be quiet.
I'm mad.
Anyways, that's Crimson Fury. Pit Viper.
The most recurrent character, certainly, in all.
Definitely. She's
A woman.
You're right about that.
Angela Fortain, or Fortin.
Tough and sturdy, the Viper shoots a stream of acid that can melt most opponents with a single hit. A woman leading a double life, she is competing for $1 million in cash. All these other people just like, I want the one thing that matters most to me. I want to learn the truth of my son. I want an object that can liberate the world. I want $1 million.
Yeah!
Someone's living realistically.
I
And-
prefer my interpretation of the description.
What was
What do
your
you mean?
interpretation?
Oh, I said it earlier. Here, I'll post it. I made a quick edit.
Okay, good. Yeah, let's,
Anyways.
oh, well, yeah, no, you're right.
Warthog, driven by Commander Mason.
From Black Ops.
Slower than most of this year's competitors, but with a mean special weapon and a ton of armor. It doesn't need to be fast. Commander Mason is working for the US government. He's hoping Calypso can help him retrieve an item so powerful it could destroy the world. Well, going after the same thing as Mr. Ash, how about that?
But what?
Mr. Grimm.
Yeah, see, here's where the conflation of car name and person name gets harder, because,
What?
yeah, a fast, highly maneuverable chopper built to go the distance. Besides handling, this vehicle carries a weapon from the other side.
Europe?
A collector of sorts. Tonight, he will claim the one item that has eluded him for years. Yeah, this is before the reveal on Mr. Grimm, but it's already fairly obvious, I think.
Yeah, so Mr. Grimm, just what we'll call him.
What he is.
Spectre.
Yeah, not relevant. The washed out guy. A classic ride from 1965. Fast maneuverable, Spectre is a great rush on the open road.
Driven by Scott Campbell.
Scott Campbell is a restless spirit who hopes Calypso's contest can make him whole again.
So, a ghost.
Or maybe this is just flowery language. He's just like a restless dude, you know?
His portrait is partially transparent.
Maybe
This man
he's
is a
restless
ghost.
dude.
Hammerhead.
I like fucking Vanilla Ice over here.
Driven by...
David Mike! These guys, David Mike. A monster that crushes its enemies under its giant tires and handles the crud, but its power is awesome. A stolen monster truck, 2 high school dropouts, and a collection of hard rock CDs. What could possibly go wrong? So they're the wild cards in this.
Isn't that just the plot for that, what the fuck was it? Megas XLR? Isn't that just that?
Maybe.
About the mecha?
Anyways, and then Roadkill.
Pieced together from many junkyard hulks, Roadkill is a heavily armored demolition derby on wheels.
Driven by Captain Spears.
Captain Spears is a man filled with regret. He is competing in Twisted Metal in hopes of recreating the past in which he is currently living.
What? What
And-
the fuck does that mean?
And those are our
Another shot at
options.
something that happened in the past. He's living in the past and wants to retry.
Yeah. So, which car should we pick, Alex?
Yeah, come on.
The clown car, obviously.
What?
Funny.
Okay.
What?
Begin battle. Welcome. Prepare for arena duel. We're fighting Spectre. So,
Well,
yeah, this game just kind of throws you into it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they've already played. There's like a cutscene if you wait, right? Or whatever.
Not in this
Like
one.
one of the. Not in this one? I thought there was.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Oh, the live action cutscene. Oh. Are the scenes just at the end then in this? Or they were like not used or whatever?
Yeah, they're not
You
used in
just
this one.
kill the
So-
ghost?
Okay.
yes. I just killed the ghost. So, this first game, Twisted Metal 1, is built on sticks and
Yeah.
plywood.
Oh yeah. Totally slapped together. Like, this was something where they had a development process, and this is the finished product. This is the product that was at the finish line.
I love a process.
Yeah.
It is by no means guaranteed to be good. It's kind of not good. God damn it, Dad, go away. But yeah, so part of the reason being is I think that's how this work. What was I saying? Oh yeah, ram damage is king. Like, if you just ram into people, like, the game doesn't know how collisions work very well, so it just does stupid amounts of damage for you and them.
I did notice that love tap at the first level did like half of the other fuckers' health.
Yeah, so it's mostly going to determine by who has more HP or who has more armor.
Awesome.
And, I do not have, I have, like, medium armor.
Tragic.
Oh, I'm frozen.
The least represented armor class in the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind.
Yeah. So, when, Spectre has, like, light amount of armor, which is why a love tap just murdered him. But also makes, Darkseid very deadly, because Darkseid is very heavy.
You gotta love, late-stage capitalism.
And that is what this is, more or less.
Fuck, Vincent's back.
But yeah, what about late-stage capitalism? This?
Metal. Yep.
Yeah, well, yeah. Honestly, this just seems like mid-stage capitalism to me. Like,
Yeah.
This is
There we go, one down.
This is what it's like driving on I-5.
I mean,
Pretty much.
this game was envisioned by its creator when he was stuck in traffic on the one shitty freeway in California, and he just was just like, what if I could just kill everyone in front of me?
A normal thought when you're stuck in traffic.
Yeah. Exactly. Hello, Giant Roll.
Hello. I died.
No.
Luckily, this game, I have multiple health bar. No one else does.
Ah,
Thank God.
like a reverse F-Go situation.
Oh, you just ran over the fucking dog. You bastard.
Run over a dog.
I ran over something.
The dog fucked up.
There we go. That's Thumper down. Or not Thumper, that's Darkseid down. That also leaves us Thumper.
Okay, so here's the real question. How are we going to approach this as a thing? So we're playing Twisted Metal.
Freeway for all.
Will we just do like a single playthrough with one vehicle, or will we do all of them?
For this specific month, I was only going to do one successful playthrough with one vehicle. Just to show off the game.
Ah. So I have Damned Us to Clown then. What I'm
You have Damned Us to Clown.
No.
Damn. I mean, I think a big part of the fun is obviously in all the different stories, but
This is true, but I wanted to...
also just literally the gameplay is different depending on vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet Tooth is great. There are better cars.
There we go.
But
It's one
again,
down.
It's not in this one, so I can't go with my favorite.
Yeah. But, again, once I've shown these off, I definitely would like to come back to these again another time. It's just, for Twisted... Fuck. Okay, so another thing the first game has that none of the others do is they have these referees, is what they're called.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Referees.
Yeah, sorry. They are,
referendum.
Yeah. So, they are just random humans who are just floating around here, and they will kill you. They just shoot guns at cars, and I lost.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
Sad.
yep, there we go.
Tragic. It's a twisted maple.
This concludes Twisted Metal.
Face. He's gonna make us fight cars.
Oh, standard.
Okay.
I couldn't put a fucking password. Do you remember the password?
I
I guess you could just look it up.
Yeah, that's...
Same to the whatever the fucking
yeah.
QC word was.
Subjugators.
It's just juggle plus subjugate.
But yeah,
They're
so
clown.
this game was like such an early PS1 game that it doesn't use saving at all.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily. You need passwords like an arcade game.
Yeah, it's a very arcade game.
No, it's got saving. It's just like manual saving on a sheet of paper.
Yeah, that's true. Is that it?
I'm trying to... Okay, how do you...
Presumably that.
Yeah, okay.
Anywho,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
so we're just gonna do the Needles Cane run. I would say hopefully not for every game, but I guess it would be a consistent experience just as his story every time.
Or probably not for the second one, because he is not a default character in the first one. He is one of the game's 2 unlockables in the second.
Yeah, that's true.
Tragic.
Well, we have to do Axel at least once, I think. That'll be, if I have any input on this, it's that, like, one of these days. We gotta have Axel somewhere.
Axel Rose from Guitar Hero.
No, see, it's funny, because it's like, I'm saying this name, and obviously, if you don't know anything, like, what I'm talking about, this sounds totally normal to you. Like, right, that's just like a character name. Because it is, right? Like, so many characters in fiction are just named Axel. People in real life are named Axel.
Yeah, like
And-
Axl Rose.
Yeah. You know, except his is misspelled. That's not the point. The point is, like, it's funny that until you see him, you're not going to realize the fact that that is not really his name.
Oh.
And you don't know what I mean by that, unless you've seen him.
Shit. I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
you
there
know.
we go. Free play for all.
Alright, let's go.
So,
Alright,
Yes.
so now we're back on here. We
Yep.
got the clown.
So another thing in terms of this game being comically early, with the exception of that very first level, there is no randomization to the enemies you fight.
So it's always a certain set of the contestants every level.
Yes. Specifically because, however this game does its randomization, it can't actually determine if it summons repeats or not, and having repeats breaks the game.
Interesting. I did not know this. I love the,
Okay.
like the cockeyed headlight there.
I mean, I don't think there's anything technically limiting about the PS1 that would prevent that. I think that's just shit programming.
This game is held together by sticks and twigs, remember?
This was
Yeah, I know.
So, here's the thing, alright, can I speak about what I alluded to earlier with the cutscenes?
Yeah.
Or are we gonna hold that as a surprise?
I mean, I can pull those up, because when we get to the, when we get to head-on, those are included, remember? So we can do that, but we could also talk about them now if you want. It doesn't really
that's what I'm
matter.
saying. 'Cause, you know, I think it's interesting. So, Alex, if you notice the beginning opening text scroll, Did you see that it was over like an image of like a man with a strange face?
Yeah.
Did it occur to you that that was in fact a man, like a real man, that was just a human being, just a picture of like a guy?
Kind of. It didn't look like a render.
Yeah, no. So this is supposed to have live action cutscenes.
Oh.
So like FNV level ass, just like literally actors in a studio. You point the camera at them, they have weird makeup on that's not great, and
Awesome.
that's what's going on. And I guess they couldn't implement it in time or whatever, but they are there. They're filmed. So I guess what they use stills from them.
Yeah.
In the final game.
So it wasn't that they couldn't implement them, as far as I'm aware. Although that wouldn't surprise me if they couldn't, given the quality.
Yeah.
The problem was, where are the drivers?
What the fuck? You've just been on this one road and there's no one here.
The problem was that they were bad.
No.
I mean, yeah, but like, so is this game. So that's like part of the charm, as far as I can.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so either way, they oh my god, oh shit. Okay, hey, dark side's there, monster truck, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay,
Okay.
try again.
Yeah, so that just leaves the two big cars left.
In case it isn't clear, these are weaponized vehicles. It's not just like you're hitting vehicles into each other. It's hard to tell from the graphics, but like,
I know.
there's guns and shit on here. Yeah. This becomes more explicit later on, but like, nothing about this is cool. That's for damn sure.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, point is though, yeah, the live action cutscenes they have.
Oh, god damn you.
Oh, dude, I stalled out. Okay, there we go. They have them. They're just not in the game they're supposed to be in, but they are in what Head On. They did include them as bonuses or whatever.
Yeah.
You can watch them there.
What the fuck is Head On?
So no, this is what? I guess like what, like a what would we call it a remake? It's just another game, I guess.
Yeah, it's so. The history of Twisted Metal is going to get very complicated very quickly, but Head On is the third Twisted Metal, and it is the like sixth.
Awesome.
It's one of those games where they made a lot of games, and they didn't do it completely linearly. And then they started branching into other universes and such, so reboots are possible. This is like a lot.
Okay.
There we go. Got everything.
Yeah, like there's even a kids toy one. Where,
River
like,
Park Rumble.
Instead of all these combat cars, it's literally just like, you know, like RC cars. It's just that. There's like a kid's version where it's dueling RC cars in like, you know, indoors. You know, like in like playrooms and such. You know, like rooms of a house or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that one I remember being pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's been a while. I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
in a time.
We're gonna get to that one in a few weeks.
The ones I have that I've like definitely played more than like once or whatever was I've had Head On and Black. And I do quite enjoy them. Twisted Metal Black is kind of bullshit, but like definitely has the macabre stylings that like I'm really into.
Oh yeah, and that's the one we're doing on Halloween itself.
Yeah, because it's meant for it.
It's like Christmas trees because it's technically still Christmas. Remember that theming? It's Christmas.
Hell yeah. Is Twisted Metal a Christmas movie?
Yes.
To answer that question of which Axel, the first one.
Yes.
I do believe that is how they spell it. But yeah, should we mention how many fucking games there are?
There
They're
are
all
eight.
called?
There are 8 Twisted Metal games
8?
as of now. Yeah, there is Twisted Metal 1, 2,
one.
3, and 4.
Yeah, so there's a bunch with the solid numbers. At first,
Yeah.
it is just like the Child's Play series, you know, or Friday the 13th, where they do get the solid numbers in 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
They're all just called that.
And then
1
it's
through 4.
Small Brawl, Black.
Small Brawl. That's the one
Yeah.
with the kids' cars, the RC cars.
Yep, Small Brawl, Black.
Black. Yep, that's another universe.
Head On got Extra Twisted Edition. Oh yeah, they don't reset my lives afterwards, so I need to do the code thing every time, basically.
But
Okay, but so unrelated to any of that, just as a quick aside, are we all aware of the international incident that the Final Fantasy VII remake has caused?
oh, what?
What?
No, as in the Italian porn one. That one?
What?
No. Oh, well then I don't know about it.
There it is.
Oh shit! What? Let me have a look at this.
Okay, there we go. I tapped Crimson Fury out of existence.
Is this people being upset about how you're actually supposed to pronounce Kate Bibb's name?
Yes. Evidently, in the Japanese version, they have pretty good transliteration of how it's actually supposed to be pronounced. And then the fucking English translated version is like, hey, yeah, so I saw many of you were asking how to pronounce this name. So here's like the worst attempt at understanding Gaelic.
Oh no.
Right, because that's the thing. I remember that being a thing for years. Just people being like, it's actually like catchy or whatever. But it's like no one ever said that because Gaelic is like an abomination.
Yeah.
So interesting. So what now they're officially saying it hates it and changed it
For the English version.
for the English one. So that's like interesting. I mean, I don't think I'd have a problem with that, but then again, I don't speak Gaelic as a native language.
About.
Okay, I'm about to die. Let's see if I can make it to health.
What about Balvin?
Are that's the same one?
Yeah, I know. Balvin?
Yeah.
Well, like, she's not like a weird cat.
I don't know if I'd say that.
I don't know,
There we
she's
go.
more like a weird... Well, she's supposed to be a weird deer. But they didn't do that.
Yeah, that's a Pokemon.
Because she's supposed to be... But no, she's supposed to be like a woman up top and then have like deer legs.
Oh.
Yeah.
But instead, they just made Elizabeth that.
They really did.
They made it an Elizabeth reference, which is cute, but whatever. I'll forever be salty that she was like... She was the Tomlin that I got, the one that they felt the need to bless me with randomly.
Okay, so evidently Facebook Messenger has a feature where you can make AI-generated stickers to send to people.
Oh, that's weird.
This person is stating that they don't think anyone thought this through. As you can evidently make child soldier stickers.
Oh,
Well,
no.
That's great. To send to your buddies Ryan Brown and Berto Huza.
Karl Marx large breasts stickers.
I mean, that's normal. That's
Yeah.
actually pretty normal, actually. Yeah, that's regular. That's a regular thing to send to someone else.
Waluigi with gun.
See my prior state.
Mickey Mouse toilet.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna actually maybe have to take exception to that one. That much. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm wondering if I should... I mean, I don't think it's interesting enough, or I could make it interesting enough as like a rant, because I've like largely cooled down from it by now. And I'm wondering if I should talk about what happened to me yesterday.
Oh yeah, I know. Say you were out. I presumed you were just like sick or just didn't feel like coming in, but something happened. You say?
Well, I mean, mainly it was that I didn't feel like showing up, but like the big reason why I was just fucking exhausted because okay, so here's what happened. I had to get lab work done for my psychiatrist. So she went ahead and put in the order for a company that I've never been to before, called LabCorp. And I go into the office. They said they accept walk-ins or whatever. They already put the order in, so just go to any location, right, and they'll do it. Just put show your insurance card or whatever. So I'm like, well, I've done this kind of thing before, so I'm like, all right, fine. I go in, but then I am greeted with the weirdest sequence of events that ultimately culminated in some of the most pathetically wasted time I've ever had to deal with, at least in the past couple of years. Where first thing, there is a front desk with a lady there to talk to you. When you walk in, and there was no one else in there. It was just me and this lady, and my mom was there too. And so we just go in there, and the lady immediately is just like, "Oh, are you here to check in? Well, okay, you can do it at the kiosk over there." Tucked away in the corner, there is an electronic self-check-in thing. I guess that's what you have to do.
Damn it.
It included going
I lost.
through a whole, and I was told nothing further about this. It was just like, oh yeah, no, just go over, check in over there. And I had to input so much shit. I had to put the back and front of my ID card and my insurance card in a little tray where it'll take a picture, and then it's like, well, are you here for you, or are you here for what kind of work are you here for? And it's like, I don't know, regular fucking labs. It's like, I feel like all this would be I'm filling this out, I'm hitting little buttons. The game seems a little too loud, that says.
Okay, yeah, I'd kind of assumed as much. Similar. I will turn it down just a tad.
I didn't, I'm hitting little buttons for, on a fucking filthy touch screen, right? For some of those oblique questions, which I think could be more easily answered, face to face with a person. And the thing that stuck out to me about that as a situation was, there was a person literally a foot away from me watching me do this. And I was just like, whatever, okay, I guess I'll fill it out. I did all the things. I go and I sit down in this empty waiting room. There is no one else here. And a couple minutes passed, and then they oh yeah, put your phone number into the kiosk. We will, and you can wait anywhere. I guess not. You don't even have to be in the waiting area. We will text you with when your appointment's ready. And I'm like, well, okay, but I'm not going anywhere else. So I sit in the waiting room alone there, just whatever. And a few minutes later, the lady calls me up, and then she's like, okay, so what are you here for? And I'm just like, I just did self-check-in. What, you watched me do this. You told me to do this, and then you watched me do it silently. But okay, I'm here, the order came from CPR to, I have to do this, blah, 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 blah. And then okay, then it's like a regular interaction, Then it's like, okay, well, let me look you up in the system, let me do all this, blah, blah, blah. And, at this point, I'm only, mildly just alright, well, that's how it goes. I don't know why it's weird. This person was here the whole time, not doing anything, watching me fucking do the self-check-in when clearly she wanted to ask questions anyway. So why didn't she just, ask me these questions from the get-go and ask for my ID herself, But, I answered all the shit, and then she's like, okay, I found you. Yeah, we're gonna need a urine sample. And this was not made clear to me at all leading up to now. It was just blood work. It is only now that I'm in the room talking to this woman that she's like, well, we're gonna need a urine sample, and then she starts getting the sterile cup out. She's fucking, putting my name on it. It's like, okay, so we're gonna have to take this, and I'm trying to stop her. I'm like, hey, hang on, lady. Here's the problem with this. I literally just pissed before I got here. I do not have to go. And she's like, well, would you like a cup of water? And I'm like, are you expecting me to sit here in this waiting room and just drink water and just wait?
Yeah.
And the answer was evidently yes. And then I'm like, well, okay. Nothing else was communicated to me about, like, that was just, you know, oh, I guess I need to do this too. You know, so that was, like, on top of it. But they said they had everything else, you know, in the machine. So I'm just like, okay, well, I'm gonna do that then, I guess. I guess they'll call me back for the blood work or whatever after the fact. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I guess the strat is I drink and I wait. And they have like a little, bless them, they have a machine for it. Next in the corner, even more tucked away, next to the self-check-in kiosk thing, there is a water dispenser. So I'm just like, alright, so I fill up my little cup of water, I go sit down, and I'm drinking, and so I'm doing that, I'm just like, and this is the crazy thing to me. At this point, I'm dissociating a little bit, because I'm just going through this process because I've, you know, essentially been told to. But I know myself, I'm just not gonna pee, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's just not gonna happen. I did it already, and I'm not gonna have to do for another couple of hours. You know, it's just, that's not how I work. I can't just force piss to materialize out of my body. It doesn't work that way. At least not for me. Evidently, it does work that way for some people, I learned. I'm not one of them. But anyway, so I'm sitting there just like, well, I'm drinking the water, you know, maybe, you know, they'll call me back eventually, right, for my blood work, for my blood drawn, and then when I'm back there, you know, and I'll tell them, like, hey, do I really need the urine test? Like, is that mandatory? Do I have to do that right now? Blah, 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 you know, it's like, I'll ask that when that comes. But no one else made anything clear to me other than, like, oh, you gotta do this. So, I'm sitting there, I'm drinking my water, people start coming in. People start coming in and being told the same thing, and waiting at first, doing the check-in, again, with this woman at the front desk watching them do self-check-in, when then she has to talk to them at, like, their regular check-in. I do not understand this step in the process.
Yeah.
Followed by, oh, well, okay, wait a bit, and then they do, and then a little while later, they're called up, oh, we're gonna need a urine sample, okay, and then it's like, well, wait a bit, and then whatever, this keeps happening for, first it's like one woman, then it's like a couple comes in, and then an old lady that doesn't have her wallet, and she's making a stink about that, then this other guy, and I start noticing something. What? Everyone gets called in to, you know, they do their urine sample, I guess, and then they come out, and then they're in the waiting room with me, where I'm still there
we go.
with my cups of water. I'm on water cup number, like, 3 at this point, right? And I'm noticing, like, so they're waiting with me this whole time. And then they get called back for 2 seconds, they come out with the bandage on their arm for blood work, and then they leave. And these are all people that, I came in, there was no one there. And so I'm noticing everyone is going ahead of me. I'm not being called for shit. It's not happening. And it dawns on me that, no, they really do need me to piss first. They are so standardized in how they're doing this that they will not talk to me unless I go up on my own to the lady now, because now I've just been assigned this corner of the waiting room with a cup of water. Unless I go and talk to her and be like, I'm ready to piss, that is when they will open the door for me to go to their special little bathroom in the back and provide the urine sample, and then I can get my blood work. And I'm sitting there, I'm like fully like out of it now. I've had 3 cups of water, I'm nowhere near needing to pee, and I know this will not happen, and I'm just like, this is the most embarrassing thing in the world, where I'm gonna have to like walk up and be like, I'm ready to try to pee, you know, like a toddler. But I know it's not gonna happen. And I'm just like, can I just get the blood work? But it's just like, listen, okay, whatever. Like, I'll just do it their way. That was me. That was me yesterday. Oh my god. I could be it. Except it's more like I'm trying to make this. It's not happening.
Can't make it piss.
Can't make so yeah, no, I eventually, like, you know, I'm sitting there, I'm just like, I'm debating whether I should probably just tell him and then, you know, be it over with, but I'm just like, you know what, this is my fault.
There's the video in
now,
question, by the way.
God damn it.
This now is 110% my fault. Not everything before this was, I'm willing to share blame with them. This is my fault now. Where then I go up, and I feel, you know, instead of just telling them straight up, hey, I'm not doing this, I'm just like, well, no, I won't be a quitter. I'm gonna try to make piss manifest. so I
God
go
damn
up
it.
to her and I'm like, I'm ready to try. I do it. I'm like, no, fuck you. It has now been an hour. It has been an hour total I've been sitting there. And I've just been like, you know what, okay, I'm gonna do it. So I go in, she's like, alright, takes me to the little bathroom, and I'm just like, okay. So, and then she's like, well, see here, and she's like walking away while she's explaining this, like barely even like paying attention. She's like, okay, well, see, there's like a drawer, and I'm like, what? And then she comes back like, well, there's like a drawer, and you, when you're done, you put the sample in there, and then you'll come out. And I'm just like, okay, I see the little drawer, and like, I guess what you're talking about. And I go into like total Zen mode, and I'm just like, I gotta do this. I gotta pee in this cup. I gotta do it. So, I want to say it like 10 minutes.
Ah.
It might have been more. And I do my best. I really do. It's not gonna happen.
Oh no.
So I come out of the bathroom, and thank God the woman was like already walking back, attending to someone else who was leaving, walking back across where this bathroom entrance was, and I come out. And so I can catch her and just be like, hey, so what do I do then? What do I do if I can't do this? What do I do? What do I do about this? Can we go through with this? Can we not? And then she's like, oh, give me a second. I then proceed to be there in the back. I'm no longer in the waiting room. I am in the back section where they've got their offices, the entrance to their reception, and the bathroom. And she told me to wait, so I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna wait here. I'm in the doorway of the bathroom and waiting there for what must be another 15 minutes minimum. While I hear her talk to another lady in the room right across from me, where I can see them both, because I'm now in the back with them, you know, with the work. And I can see them both try to navigate a computer system, and it's like this hassle where she doesn't know. She's like, okay, well, he can't void. That's the term, you know. You can't make your samples void. It's like, you can't void. What do I do? And it's like, well, okay, then you have to do this, and you have to cancel this. It's like, well, no. You said with blood work, right? Well, I think so. And then a lot of like, oh, this changed the whole thing. You know, they're trying to like figure out this interface, I guess, that no one can, because it's so attached to all of these procedures need to be completed, right? And there's one break in it. No, you can't. It changes the whole thing. Nobody knows what they're doing. She has to call in her like manager lady or whatever. She's got to stand there, and they are having to stand there in this fucking bathroom like doorway next across from these people while they talk about me. Like I am not there. Like I'm behind them, you know?
Yeah.
Like I am just in the doorway, like 2 feet away, and they are just going off about like, okay, well, you're gonna have to tell him this, you're gonna tell him that, okay, I don't think this will work, and it's just like, and I'm like tempted, I almost want to go up and just be like, so can I be involved in this? Like, you know, like, hey, like I'm the guy.
Just like, yeah, what's the process here?
Yeah, like, can I help? Can I do anything? But I'm like, you don't know, whatever, it's their computer system. You gotta let them handle it. Well, that's the trick, guys. I was already invited in. I was in the back with them. That's what like freaks me out about it, because this wasn't me in the waiting room anymore while they talk privately. I'm damn near in the room with these people in the clinic. Just while they talk about my shit. And it eventually gets to the point where I guess they find the solution and they're like, okay, I know what we can do. And they're like, okay. And then I see that, like, I guess, yeah, because my mom was there. She was outside, and then I guess they must have called her in, and I can't hear her, but I know, like, they're talking to her, I guess, across that front desk. where they are, I guess, giving her some kind of, as I learn later, they're giving her paperwork about what they're actually going to do with my urine sample, like what the tests are going to be. I've not been told about literally any of this. And again, I am standing behind these people in the room with them, basically. And so they're going over this, like, hey, he's going to need to do this, this, and this. And I hear them tell her, not me, but her, so I have to, like, overhear this from the back. So it's like, well, okay, then he'll have to, so take the cup, and here's, like, a plastic bag, and he can provide the sample at any time, and then you can, bring it back here tomorrow.
Oh yeah, why Twisted Metal 1 and not 2? Because we're starting with 1. And I died.
That is the truth. I am actually 6 years old, because that 100% is how I felt the whole time. So, yeah, no, that's how that goes. And then and then, it's not like here's the thing, it's not that they didn't know I was there. A couple of times, they not only looked at me, the big manager lady came out and walked up to me and was like, okay, it'll be another minute. Like, so they knew I was there. This was not like them forgetting about me. Like, I was just there. And they didn't give a fuck. They're just like, okay, well, you can bring in the sample tomorrow. So I guess they were steadfast, right? They were steadfast about this urine sample. They would not take no for an answer. Like, I have to do it. Like, their system barely even allowed me not to do it there. But I'm like, okay, well, I can get the blood work done, right? You can just get my fucking blood out of me. I want to go home. It is like almost 4, or it's like it's past 3:30 at this point. When I got in there, it was like 1 something, you know. So I'm just like, I'm so tired of being there, just having to wait for nothing.
And
you know?
oh god, that was just a clusterfuck of cars.
They really did just all team up on you and blow your ass up right there.
I got one other person to die, but yeah, more or less.
Oh look, okay, it was your fault.
Yeah.
You're the drunk driver here, not them.
Wow.
You're drunk on the clown. You're drunk on the easy. Okay.
Yeah.
Needle
Okay.
cane, clown, gender. Turns out.
I mean, that checks out. The one friend that he said he was looking for, it's Andrew Husey. We're trying to find Andrew Husey.
We're trying to do it. We're doing it right now. He's here. So, anyway, so this is the point where it all wraps up. So it's just, yeah, I can get the blood work, take things back, and again, nothing's really explained to me about like what all I need to do, right? Because they're just like, okay, deliver the sample tomorrow because they were about to close. So I get my blood drawn, and I'm asking, and I'm doing my best now to ask them, like, okay, well, what do I need to do? Like, you just want me to fill up, the cup and put it in the bag and just bring it tomorrow? It doesn't matter when the sample is made. Like, it doesn't have to be like new or old or whatever. And they're like, yeah, no, whatever, just bring it in tomorrow.
Oh, god, okay. Okay.
Oh, hell yeah, you survived.
No, I didn't.
Nah, well,
Roadkill killed me.
Roadkill. Anyway, so it is after this that I am trying to ask these questions, and that I did not yet at this point know that my mother had been handed paperwork about what they wanted to even do with my shit, or my piss in this case. That like later, I go out to the car, and then she's got the paperwork, and I look at it, and like first of all, I'm just like, wow, it's really great that like I was the only person skipped over in this process. It was great to learn that definitively. But then I look at the paperwork and I'm like, well, they have to do a culture. They want to do a culture for some reason, a bacteria culture. That means there needs to be a certain level of freshness, and obviously the sterile environment in the cup obviously could not have been disturbed. Except they seem to have forgotten that I had tried to make the sample earlier, so the cup was no longer sterile, it was open.
Yeah.
So, but they didn't seem to give a shit, and there are lots of other concerns, not just with doing cultures, but like, in general, you probably don't want anything to be too old. So I'm just like, well, okay, I guess I'll provide the sample to suit its convenience when I wake up and then get it delivered there. But this time I'm just like, no, I do not want to go. So I'm like, listen, can my mom just go and drop this off with my ID and my insurance card? And they're like, yes. So it's like the one thing I know that can be done. And so I tell her, I'm just like, listen, I'm not coming back here. So you're going to just do this. And so she agrees. But then I see this and I'm just like, oh no, the culture needs to be done. And I ask her because she's a nurse specifically with like kidneys and stuff like this is needed for renal care.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay, yeah, it is weird. You're probably gonna have to like maybe rinse out the cup or like clean it out or whatever. Get an antibacterial in there, and I'm just like, okay. So I do that. And I have to let it dry, and blah, 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 and then there's like a whole process.
This is one of the most elongated, what the fuck was up with this clinic stories I've ever heard.
Yeah, because this was my existence yesterday, and I'm sad about it. The point is, and here's where I finally get to the end of all this. I could not sleep last night, and I wound up providing the sample at like 6 in the morning. And I'm just like, okay, well, I'll set this out with my, my ID cards and shit to my mom to go deliver that. Even though, like, she wouldn't be heading out because she had other, she was going to punch in with other errands she was doing. So this is earlier today. And she wouldn't be heading out until, like, I don't know, 12 something, probably. So the sample's going to be old regardless, and I did my best to clean it out, so I don't know if that's also going to impact it or whatever. The point is, after all this hassle, where I had been, I think very much impressed upon me the importance of providing the sample at all, because they were like dead set on me delivering this, right, on this happening. Like, if not that day, then the next day, like, they needed this for whatever reason. Like, this was ordered, even though no one had told me beforehand. I get the story earlier today when my mom comes back from her errands. She gives me my ID back and shit. And I'm like, so how'd it go? And she is like, they made me wait for like minutes before I could drop it. I came in with it and they made him wait for like 15 minutes or whatever to just drop it off.
Oh.
And that's the punchline. The punchline is they clearly didn't care that much.
Jesus.
Because she's like, no, because she uses other, like clinics where she has to go in for dropping off urine samples or whatever. And she's like, when I go in with other people, it's right there. They just have like a tray and you drop off the urine sample or whatever sample you're delivering, like right there. It's immediate. She did not understand why they made her wait.
That is one of the worst review. That is one of the most scathing reviews of a place I've heard in a while. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, and not only that, they asked me 2 times. Once on at the end of the weird self-check-in kiosk, and then once via email early, like right after I got back. So I'm remembering when it came in to rate the service. Would you recommend LabPort to someone else? And it was a scale of like 1 to 10, least to most likely. I just felt bad, so I just put 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah. I hope I made that entertaining enough. I know it's hard for me to be, as Dies already knows that I'm boring as fuck. But I hope I made that entertaining enough, and then I impressed upon y'all, mainly Jesse and Alex, why I didn't feel like coming in to interact with more people.
I mean, fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That was supposed to be a simple stop, get my blood drawn, and leave. And I was in that clinic for hours.
Yeah. God, that's just a lot.
Oh, the bubbles actually say what item they are. Jesus, I couldn't even tell.
Well, it's the text
They
isn't
do?
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like half buried in the ground. And also PS1, so
Yeah.
you can basically only read them when you were about to run into them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, at my next meeting with my psychiatrist, I think I will ask her if she knows that LabCorp literally shakes people down for their piss.
She should. She should be made aware of this.
Someone should know about this. This seems like a
Someone
scandal.
needs to. Yeah.
God
You just
damn.
come in and it's like, oh yeah, piss please.
Onegaishimasu.
Okay. 3 down,
Hey, company.
and 3 left with two,
Oh, Hammerhead's almost dead.
2 health. Yeah, Hammerhead's almost down.
Oh,
There we go.
there we go.
This
Gotta get
leaves
Thumper.
Thumper and I think Crimson. Yeah, Crimson Fury.
I don't necessarily think that it being on a CRT would help legibility.
It could.
Like if
but
the pixels aren't there, then they aren't there.
Jesus.
Right.
Okay, well, Jesus.
if anything, like we could be dealing with maybe a refresh rate thing with like a modern screen.
And he
maybe.
just
That would-
melted my health bar.
I don't think, yeah, he really did. I don't think that would change too much.
Yeah.
Like, and this could just be biased memory also, but like,
And
just
there we
looking at
go.
it now, just looking at it on the screen.
There we
here,
go. Prepare for
it-
assault on Cyberbia.
Cyberbia. Looking at it on the stream here, it looks a lot like I remember it looking on the PS1. and
Okay.
It doesn't look too like tainted by the emulation or whatever. So
Yep.
might be a little jankier, but like 'cause a lot of PS1 games just look like this.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
just what PS1 games look like.
Yeah, this is early PS1 as well. You gotta think about that. This wasn't
Yeah.
like Metal Gear Solid, which was like late. You know, this is like. Was this PS1 launch?
This might be close to launch. I don't remember.
I'll look it up actually, because I do want to know. First, I'd have to figure out PlayStation console launch date. Let's see. 3rd of December 1994, and the 9th of September 1995 in North America and everywhere else, except for South Africa. Get fucked, South Africa. You got it a year later.
You get Elon.
Oh wait, not just South Africa. I guess Hong Kong, Singapore, Thailand, and Malaysia also got that delayed release on the PS1.
But you get Elon.
Yeah.
Like in
So,
those
yeah.
places.
September 1995, and then let's see, Twisted Metal release. 1995. Let's see, what month? November 10th, 1995.
There we go.
So,
1 down.
2 months. Yeah, 2 months after the console's release in most of the world. So it was almost certainly being developed, I guess, alongside the hardware. Well, not
Yeah.
I mean, still did earlier in Japan, but like, I don't know how long this was in production for, actually. Let me see. Is there anything about, like, production timetable? Development? Let's see.
Why is this positioned here? This is terrible.
Lawn.
Because, yeah, by the way, this is following, oh. Well, there goes most of that health I just got. Thank you, Darkseid.
Okay, it was originally, okay, so it was like a game with a single code base that became 2 game projects.
Yep.
Yeah, Warhawk and Twisted Metal.
Yep. And they put all of their effort into Warhawk because it was their baby and the one they wanted to succeed. You have never heard of it before.
It's interesting, their code names were, for Warhawk it was Red Mercury, and for Twisted Metal it was Firestorm. So fucking edgy, huh? Red Mercury and Science Store. Then again, the actual names are pretty fucking edgy too. Warhawk and Twisted Metal. It really was the era, huh?
Twisted Hawk.
Oh yeah, is it okay to ask what state and countries we live in? I mean, yeah, I think that's fine.
I will.
Oh yeah,
I
I'll
will
give you.
note. What?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say I'll give you my street address, my social security number, and
The 3 numbers in the back, please.
the digits on the back of my my credit card.
Really, you can have everything just so long as it isn't a small container of piss. That
Yeah,
you
that's
can't have.
One thing you cannot take from me, because my body will not give it to you.
But yeah, that said, I'm afraid that living in Indiana doesn't really help. From what I've heard, that's not a great state. There's my joke.
I was
What
born
class?
there.
You were born in Indiana?
Yeah. Remember I mentioned that before, and it broke Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That time
that
where
sounds
it's
familiar.
like I was talking about like trying to remember all 50 states off the top of my head, and I was just like, I kept forgetting Indiana. And then Alex was like, well, that's a normal one to forget, and I'm just like, yeah, but I was born there.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds like something like
But yeah, and it was just across the state line, really, from Illinois. Is the reason why that's where the hospital was. So it was technically
Right.
in Indiana.
Yeah, because
Right.
don't those states like share a city that's like right on the border that's pretty big?
I don't know exactly, but I do know that this was the case where my parents lived at the time in Illinois, and that the nearest hospital was across the state line. So that's all I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, in terms of where we live or whatever, well, we're all U.S. citizens. That is how we explain our accents
Yeah.
to people.
The great U.S. of A. This
Very
is-
nice. But yeah, so I live in Arizona,
Whoa,
and these guys don't.
it's fucked up. I thought we did live in Arizona.
What
That
the
fucker.
fuck?
He just fucking went through it, didn't he?
Oh yeah, I
live
mean,
in Canada.
Canada is basically just the U.S., but not.
Yeah, especially if you're gonna be going off like accent, like there is some stereotypes you can pick up. There is definitely some regional accent, but a lot of people do get fooled thinking the stereotypical Canadian accent will like give people away, but like no, I mean a lot of Canadian accents sound exactly like American accents. So if you're just listening to people's voices, you could be easily surprised that it's like, oh, they're actually from Canada. And then, yeah, Quebecois people will definitely sound different. Like, Quebecois is even different in the French they speak. It's not even like, France French. It's something. They even want to have their own, like, government. They have their own political party that's, like, just them for the Canadian Parliament. It's funny.
Oh, where the fuck? Oh, hey, it's this thing from the end of,
From the beginning of Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
I was gonna say from the end of Greece, but yeah.
Terminator Symphony of the Night, what? Was that about Terminator Symphony of the Night? The real game?
Also, St. Noor, I would recommend, unless you have already for the funnies, I would recommend, unless you want to, not telling any of your Canadian friends that it's just Beta USA. The likelihood is they might not enjoy that descriptor.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
It's just because you don't enjoy the truth doesn't mean that the truth is wrong.
And
That's
they will
true.
they will give you like the most sternly worded compliment you've ever heard if you tell them that.
Okay, come on.
Yeah.
Thanks, Quebec.
Get me out of here, get me out of here, get me up. Go away, I'm wanting heal. Oh, god damn it, not this one. Oh, I got it. Somehow.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
weird.
there's definitely a lot to agree on. From what I remember with Canada, like, at the very least, some of the most good-natured Canadians will agree that, like, a lot of what they have for, like, pop culture is just, like, you know, still imported from the US, but, like, on, like, a time delay of a weirdly long amount of time. So,
How is no one dead yet?
Canadian pop culture references will be, like, weird little fucking time portals for ours, and that their healthcare is better, obviously. Yeah. For the most part, better anyway. But I'll tell you the thing that definitely harmed me when I first learned about it, and it was that not only do Canadians have conservatives, their conservatives are just as bad, if not worse, than ours.
Hell yeah.
They just do their best not to let them have too much power, but they're there.
I was talking to a coworker and he mentioned that evidently they're trying to push some laws or some changes or whatever the fuck in back Eastern Canada, whatever, you know, the area that speaks French.
Yeah.
They're trying to push some kind of reform where you know, for ethically gaming legal reasons, all signage and packaging and shit in Canada has to have English and French on it. You know?
Yeah.
Or it has to have French
Yeah.
at least.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess they're trying to push some shit through where they don't need to have both languages.
Interesting.
They could go to just French.
Ah.
Like specifically, French is still required. English, no.
I could see that being legislation that Quebec would try to push, yes.
Yes.
Because it's like, they've got the regular conservatives that are just like, no, we need to just be English and blah, 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 whatever. But then, like, there are the staunch, like, almost Quebec nationalists, like Quebec is its own country.
Oh yeah, there is a small enough but present enough movement in Quebec that is like, yeah, our own country, please, thank.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
they really are just
their-
Texas then.
They have their own, like, I literally just mentioned, they have their own fucking party for parliament. Like, the whole country has a bunch of different parties. Quebec has its own, just for it. That the candidates can come from, like, any of these parties that represent, you know, different, you know, like, philosophical ideologies, whatever political leanings, of voters all over Canada. And then Quebec just has their own for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually really do love the like
Assault
things,
on Suburbia, here
things
we
from
go again.
Canada needing to have both languages on it. Because I learned, you know, early in my life, you know, like, just being a movie lover, right? I would just get a lot of movies, you know, off, like, Amazon or whatever, just, like, ordering a lot of DVDs online, and what would happen is, like, a good chunk of DVDs that I got would be from, like, you know, Canada. So they would have, like, the movie title on there in, like, English, and then, like, French either under it, or, like, on, like, the reverse thing, where if you flip the cover upside down, it'll be French on top and English on bottom, you know?
Oh.
It's like crazy things like that, like, I'm just into that a lot, like, the ones I can think of off the top of my head, I think my Mallrats DVD and my Princess Mononoke DVD
there's
are
the
both,
church.
they both just also have the French on there.
Huh.
So French Princess Mononoke can hurt you. It's real.
When you're doing Princess Mononoke, but 78% of the runtime of the film is spent on numbers.
It's spent on
Characters
what?
saying, just spent on numbers.
No.
Characters speaking numbers is what most of the runtime is on.
What?
Yeah, because Alex is the whole frame of reference to French language is like their numbers are weird and unwieldy.
They are.
No, he's not wrong.
What? Un, deux,
It's the
trois?
first thing you bring up every time.
That's because it's stupid.
Un, deux, trois, Alex. Un, deux, trois.
Yeah, and there's that's 1, 2, 3. Those are fine. He's talking about when you get into like the bunch of, because then it just kind of say each one individually.
Yeah. And then you get to some crazy shit where it's like, instead of 80, we say 20 less than 100. But in Brawl...
So they're Roman.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Which I guess makes sense for a Romance language.
Yeah, I mean, we're all Roman, except English, except we try to be.
Yeah, because English is like Germanic, but also Romance, but also fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very Greek also. Hey, so yeah, what's this Saint Nero saying about, like, could you blow up buildings, special items? Is that just Metal 2?
Yeah, that's
What
a
do you do
2
here?
thing. 1 doesn't have building blow-ups. 1 is
Yeah.
extremely basic.
Yeah, that's basically like an additional thing I should have mentioned before, when we were going over just this franchise in general. I should say that, like, this game is a franchise the popularity really started at its sequel.
Yeah.
Like, that is generally considered the seminal one. That
Yeah.
is the start of everything and, like, the best one.
Like, this one was
It's,
good enough that it got a sequel that was just, making the rest of the video game.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But yeah, no, 2 is the seminal work, and then Black is, like, the only other one that got really close to it. And those are the 2
It's similar
defining
to,
ones.
Yeah, it's similar to Resident Evil in that way, where it's just, like, wasn't really, like... People liked the first one, but it wasn't popular until the sequel happened.
Yeah. Except for this never did get no remake.
Yeah, it didn't get a remake that then did outshine the sequel.
Didn't mean to do that, but whatever.
Until the sequel got a remake that arguably also didn't outshine the sequel.
Wah, wah.
Yes.
And then the third one got a remake, and I put that in some of my biggest quotes.
Yeah.
And then the fourth game got a remake, and according to one fucking article title that I just saw on my phone earlier today, somehow, and it's just from the article title, so it's obviously supposed to be inflammatory, I'm just gonna say it, the Separate Ways remake proves that an RE5 remake is in the works.
Yay, question mark.
So, I hope that's not true. Not just because, like, I don't think they should be touching 5 onwards or anything, because there's just no point. But also because, like, I would like them now to divert resources towards the actual sequels and not remakes.
They gotta make
Damn it.
RE9.
They do. I would like them to do that.
Remember when RE7 came out and they had like so many DLCs, and then RE8 came out and everybody was like, hey, so where are the DLCs come out? And then Capcom's just sitting there like eating a sandwich, just like, oh, what? Oh, what?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
I think about that disparity sometimes. 7 really did have a fuck ton. It had the band footage DLC, which had its own group of things in it. So it had the 21 game, it had its own, it had its own, kind of mercenaries with the Jack's Basement thing. It had the Daughters prequel thing in there, and the Escape the Room with Marguerite all bundled into its own thing. And then it had Not a Hero, a sequel campaign, and End of Zoe, a sequel campaign.
Yep.
It had a lot of fucking DLC.
But yeah. Don't know why, but they're like, yeah, no, don't make DLC for 8. We don't know if people will want it.
They just did the Winters expansion, which, I mean, yeah, Shadows of Rose, which is good. I will stand by that. I played it, very good. But, like, it is still just one campaign, and then everything else was just putting effort into more Mercenaries content, and maybe people want to play this game in third person. Give them the option.
Yeah.
Which, having now done that, I have played the base game in third person. It's cool how they adapt it. I do not prefer it.
Yeah.
It's almost like the game was designed for first person.
Yeah.
Although I will say this, the fucking scene, like very specifically, and I'll remember this, the scene where you're in the factory and like you're getting sucked up, you know, by the big fan, and then where you shoot it and there's a bit where it goes over Ethan's head or whatever.
Yeah.
They changed that really well for third person. That's like the only one I think they completely changed. So it's like they make it work with third person where it's dynamic camera angles, like following the action of this giant fan popping out and going over Ethan's head, and then you watch it like trundle off into the distance with like actual like with a spinning cam and shit. Like it's cool. Right, that is exactly what they did, Neuro. They really did just decide that, like, hey, we're gonna remake 2, maybe 3, and 4, instead of moving forward.
They really did remake 3. Air quotes.
They really did. They emphasis on re. So they tried again, made a different game titled Resident Evil 3.
And it wasn't as good.
Notably, they took the Nemesis out of the title because they knew what they had done.
They really did make Resident Evil 3 have no Nemesis.
No.
They literally took it right the fuck out of the title. Never forget what they took from us.
Yeah.
There we go. The power of Jesus compels me to full heal.
Thank God for that. I love Jesus. Now, see, Neuro, that would be interesting. I would be fully supportive of like more Outbreak content, because this is from someone who, you know, I am a big Resident Evil fan, but never played the Outbreak games. I'd love to, and it'd be cool if they came out with like another version of that. I think I would want a remaster of that, like you're stating here, instead of a remake. I think that would be for the best to do. Which, by the way, is something I also want them to do with Code Veronica. Don't remake the fucking thing, but I would like a remaster to be re-released. If they're gonna touch any of that at all, a remaster would be great.
Hey, Jesse, are you streaming right now?
Yes, I'm streaming right now, Randy. Hello, Randy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Hi,
right here.
Jesse. And
Hello.
hello, everyone.
Among Us.
Okay. I'm slowly making something approximating a comeback.
Hell yeah. Outlaw. No. More like law out.
Everyone's very low health at the moment.
Just like me.
But yeah.
Except I wasn't low health, I was low piss.
Yeah, instantly, if I were to play these more regularly for stream at all, the ones I would probably want to replay the most would not be this one.
No, obviously. So like 2, probably. I mean, that one's really good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember, did you like 4 or no?
I liked 4 a lot. See, the problem with Twist Metals 3 and 4 is they're 2 of the 3 games that their soundtrack is almost entirely licensed music.
Oh, right.
Which makes them a pain in the ass to stream.
So we're
Right.
not playing those, is what you're hearing? Is what
I'm not streaming those.
Amazing.
I do have them, and I will show them to Alex and Vincent and such. Oh yeah, I am one and doneing this one.
Yeah, no,
It-
absolutely.
It's interesting to show off and fun for a little history lesson. It ain't the strongest entry. It's probably the weakest entry in the franchise. Outlaw, where are you? Let me kill you.
He's an outlaw. He can't.
What about an in-law?
Those exist. I ain't got none.
And Darkside.
Just like the fucking Punnett Square 2x2 grid of fucking outlaw
2x2.
and crime.
And it's blue.
Okay, I have somehow evened it down to 4 left. With, okay, looks an outlaw.
Now, hey, also
3
I
left.
wanna, what was I gonna say? I want to confirm because again, I don't know if this is like discussed anywhere else, and I
Yeah.
wasn't here yesterday or whatever. And this could be good to clear up for the people if you haven't done this already, although I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
So stream time for these Tuesday sessions are gonna be like this, like at our regular private stream time, like at night, or
Yeah,
the other ones
regular
like,
private,
midday?
regular private time. I'm literally just taking the Tuesday night streams and just making them the Twisted Metal ones
Bitch.
because these are super casual. Stop shooting me! I'm trying to find people.
Ah.
Anyway, I wanted to do a rundown of things from the audience here. This is for my own personal question. How many of y'all fucking know about the Mr. Ballin? Or Ballin, whatever the fuck his name is.
Balan Underworld?
Nah, YouTube man.
Something or other mustard guy?
I guess he was also like TikTok man. Yeah, well, how many of y'all know about this guy? How many of you too?
Fallen featured Roddy Rich by Mustard?
No.
Well, then I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's Fallen. Okay, never heard of him. Interesting. Because it's something where it's just like, I have
Where
seen,
are items?
or I had seen, I guess for a while, a lot of his like videos fucking pop up on like my recommendeds over the years, I guess over the past like 2 years or whatever. And I finally started watching his shit. What was it, like 2 days ago, I want to say? Or, yeah, like 2 days ago. And let me tell you, I have been binging because it is pretty decent. It's essentially like true crime stuff, but he's very, like, respectful about it.
And I died
Like,
because I ran over my own goddamn bomb, my own goddamn
whose fault is
things.
that?
I also did this.
God damn it.
Yeah, he's one of the rare, like, genuinely respectful, like, true crime people where he'll, like, talk about, like, well, true crime shit, or just, like, the strange incidents or whatever. A lot of his shit's a bit weird, but, like, there's some good stories in there. And, I was listening to one.
Okay, another 9 of the fuckers.
I was listening to one earlier today that just fucking blew me away a bit, just with how, like, how real, like, haha, police work, it was, which was like, I gotta like modulate my details on this because I don't want to get too grim, because this is not a grim time stream, even though it is Halloween. But basically, so like, there was this couple, right, and they didn't report into where they were supposed to be, so police got called, like, to check on the couple. They find, one's dead, and there's like one guy with like injuries on his face, right?
And I died
Yeah.
because his fucking corpse just murdered me. Because this game's
And
collision is bad.
And that sucks for you, but like, you have multiple lives.
I do, but I have 3 lives and they're facing me against 8 opponents who barely kill each other.
Okay, so Neuro's got the right idea, actually. This is the show I was talking about before, with the live-action cutscenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we will get to, but not today, because that's going to be in the one that they're actually in.
Anyway, yeah, so, like, crazy as shit. So they pick up this guy, injuries on his face, his girlfriend's dead or whatever, and it's just like, okay, well, you must have killed her. So we're going to spend a while interrogating you. And instead of, like, I don't know, checking up on, like, your injuries or shit, because even though you're clearly, like, out of it and can't answer questions, and whatever. So there's footage of this. There's literally footage of this interrogation.
Quote
Point is-
unquote.
Yeah, point is, this guy had been shot 4 times in the face. Like, he was not a perpetrator of this murder. He was one of the victims. He was just, alive and conscious, because even though he got shot in the head, he was, like, alive still. Just out of it because of brain damage. And the cops just fucking didn't care to look close enough to see that the injuries on his face were fucking bullet holes. And I'm just like, that is real fucking police work right there. That's excellent police work. Just, man, you are asking me. You think that'd be noticeable?
The fuck you look at someone who got face bullet and be like, nah, no bullet.
I guess they thought it was just a black eye, I guess. Like, he got punched, even though, like...
Bullet!
I think that in person, that would not look the same. But maybe
Yeah.
it does. Like, I feel like I'd at least send him to, like, a hospital first, because clearly there is an injury, you know? Like, before just loading up to go to the police station, I would at least be like, alright, let's get people to the hospital and see if everyone's okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously the girl is dead, but, like... like, some kind of thing first before we start putting people in interrogations. But I guess they felt differently.
Yeah, it's the police.
They just put him in the room and they got the fucking one-way mirror on, they got the recorder microphone on, they're just like, alright, so we're gonna ask you a couple questions, and then the guy's just like, I am bleeding and dying.
I mean, again, there is footage of this, and that's basically it.
Oh!
Like, he's got brain damage, so he's not, like, super lucid, but, like,
Yeah.
enough to kind of, like, make it very obvious that, like, hey, this guy should be in a hospital and not here. And it was an hour of interrogation. An hour in a tiny room where it was just two guys just facing each other in a tiny room. They were looking right at each other before the cop noticed, oh, he's got bullets in his face. Crazy.
God.
Well, there might be bullets on his face, but there sure is egg on my face. Am I right?
Oh, that's good. That's fucking good.
Alright, back it up, fellas. He's got bullet face!
Who would have known? Not I, having to have sat right in front of him in a well-lit room for an hour. Couldn't have been me. Couldn't have been anyone in the process leading up to this.
Alright, buddy, let's get you home. He, like, pats him on the back, and he just, like, ragdolls and slumps onto the ground.
God. Could have been that. It really could have.
What the fuck?
Very much a miracle that he was awake and conscious and could talk at all.
The human body.
One of those, yeah, one of those types of deals, I'm telling you. Pretty amazing.
And people said it was unrealistic that you survived getting shot twice in New Vegas.
One of my favorite things is that, like, you know, one of his, like, more lucid statements during the interrogation was literally saying, I got shot in the eye. And the cop is like, yeah, right, buddy. If you got shot in the eye, I don't think you'd be here talking to me right now. Like real know-it-all shit. It's like, imagine, it was probably only like 20 minutes after that, but he's like, oh, this kid's been shot in the eye.
What the fuck?
Like... Anyway, yeah, apparently he lived another 10 years after that.
Yay.
So, real, what's his name, Phineas Gage? Like that guy? Kinda like that.
Treat.
Fucking bullshit is what that was.
Oh, and they did, by the way, catch the people that actually did it, and they are in prison, so.
Okay.
Yay.
Keep that in there. It's like, yeah, there is technically a happy ending to this. I mean, not really, because, you know, crime was committed, but, you know, they did get caught, so. Police weren't bad at something this time, I guess. Kind of. Not really. I just wonder sometimes, like, I remember seeing some studies before on, like, what the efficacy really is for, like, police on crime at all. like if a police agency existing actually makes a meaningful impact on crime rates.
It
And, like,
doesn't,
how-
if I recall.
Yeah, I believe right. I believe it's that it doesn't. So
Well,
I'm wondering. Yeah.
in the U.S., the police were instituted not to,
Oh,
stop
yeah.
crime,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
slavery.
to, yes. So,
That's true. That's
like,
true.
logically, no, they don't do anything.
I'm just wondering if there
But
is
I
any
do.
way we could set up a system that does make a real impact on that. Like, how would that work? What would that look like? I wonder.
So
Something closer to social services.
Yeah, I was thinking like social services, but like an expanded version.
so like
And
we get the world's most depressed teenager and we give him a giant robot. Okay?
Okay, well,
This is
I mean
the foundation for societal reform.
yeah, where we all reform into a single mass. We become the one man, and that one guy gets to see his wife again for like 10 seconds, and then he is killed.
Hell yeah. It's okay, because, like, then things are different, and Misato's still there, and then she's, like, angry at him.
I still love her post-time skip design, though, in the rebuilds.
Oh, yeah, there are a lot of people who like her post-time skip design.
It's good. I mean, like, damn.
You're not wrong.
I'm gonna come up with, like, basically female Gendo clearly was, like, the idea behind the design, but, like, they made it work really, really well. Bendo Ikari.
Oh, I'm sorry. My mind thought you said Asuka, because I know a lot of people like the time skip Asuka design.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Oh, that's one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Most people do prefer that. Like,
Yeah.
if I ever see Asuka fan art, 99% of the time, she's got the fucking eye patch.
Yeah, like, they did everything that everybody would have wanted them to do, okay? Eye patch, no clothing.
I mean, that does. I mean, that is. Look, sometimes that's all you need to wear. It's the classic, like, you can keep the hat on or whatever. You can keep the eye patch.
Yeah.
Except, like, now that, you saw what happens when she takes it off, there's that, like, rod that's, like, in her eye that just comes out to unleash the angel. I think, honestly, she should take the eye patch off. Because, like, what if it's just like, okay, whatever, Asuka, I'm not into you, you're not the one I want. Like, Bardiel looks pretty hot, right? What if
Yeah.
that's what you want, what if that's what you're into? Like, he is a weird goo angel man, okay?
Yeah.
That's pretty sexy.
It's true. Boo is like the ultimate shape.
Yeah, like, honestly, would, Straight
Yeah,
up.
I mean, Gudra is quite popular.
it's true. People
Gudra.
do like the Gudra. I wish Gudra's shiny was like a bit more impressive.
What's it shiny?
Kind of like canary yellow.
Yeah, that's kind of meh.
Not bad.
Which one's Gudra again?
The goo one.
I mean, I can guess that from the name, but, like, what, does it just look like a pile of goo?
No, I mean the first form does. The final form is like a goo dragon.
Winning Pokemon design seems to be Big Belly Boys. I mean, you can't go wrong with a Gudra or a Dragonite. That's a pretty solid design.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna assume I have definitely seen Gudra before.
Yeah. No, you.
Just,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I must have. It's just, I don't recall.
Yeah. I suppose, yeah, those are also, Big Belly Boys. Less Big Belly, but yeah.
God damn.
Oh, hell yeah.
You do really just get to a point where it is just. It's just recap. It's nothing but recap. And right as I say that, there's the framing device. God damn it.
Yeah, I know, right? It just happens. I'm on to the Halloween climb one now. It started that. And I got tired.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's what's important. 1 year ago, the channel Doki Doki Discourse uploaded, why does the right keep making up problems?
Because that's
And
how they get voters.
that's true, and they included this amazing thumbnail. I'm going to post it in random, I guess.
Why does the right made up problem conservative? Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And that's just real.
I've lost, I think, only 1 life, and we're down 4 people with, I think, a fair amount of damage on them.
That's a fair amount of damage.
God, I hate the referees. They're just constantly doing small bits of chip damage as you explore the arena.
Oh,
I am glad they are
noticing that,
never
yeah.
a thing after this game.
Right, like 100%, I didn't even remember them. So yeah, no, this is not one of the gameplay elements that stuck at all.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of things in this first one that didn't stick.
Like your car being able to do that.
Yeah.
Why? That part's great.
My favorite is as it got, later on with the better graphics, they had the more transformy type vehicles. You could see the weapons, like, come out as you used them, like you'd have the fucking rocket launcher, like, pop out the side of the car or whatever,
Oh yeah.
Like, I just like that sort of thing, because I wasn't a big fan of, like, Transformers. I just like seeing mechanical things interacting or changing shape or whatever. It's like one of the big reasons I actually have a Transformers game on my 360. It's literally a licensed game for the fucking Michael Bay movie. And, like, the only reason I have it is because the transformation, like, animation is so fucking clean in it. But I just love to just play it, just to walk around and transform. It's not a good game.
There we go.
It's just like, hell yeah, I love just walking around and becoming a car sometimes.
Okay, Crimson Fury and Warthog are our 2 threats, and then Grim, whose AI is to always run away until he is the last one standing.
Oh really, that's how he's programmed specifically?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I would say I wonder why, but I think I get what they're going for with that. Shit, Alicia X Life, it's up to episode 13 of season 4 of Mahuro Academia, rightfully declaring it the best episode in the series at that point, which I would maybe agree with. Season 4 is fucking good. Oh god. Got the yawns. Okay.
Yep, there we go.
Also earlier, I got like over 500 something friend points just from people using Li Xuan. And I was like shocked about it at first, and then I realized just how many double friend point things are going on right now, specifically for people from Samurai Remnant, like Li Xuan. So it's like, oh, okay, that's why that's happening.
Yeah. Also, yeah, another thing to note, most of the... And that's going to be a fun thing to test, but my memory serves, most of the Twisted Metal games are very hard.
Oh,
And,
yeah, that's something to randomly bring up. I thought that would be something you'd be aware of going into this.
well, yeah, I was aware of it, but it was also like, let's... The question is always in the back of my mind, genuinely hard, or little Babby don't know how to play a video game?
I'll say this, from what I remember of it, I think a good chunk of it is probably attributable to Lil Babby U, but like, I don't know if we can say the same thing about like Black.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah,
Genuinely.
with the exception of one, To be fair, I've only ever
The
really
one
played with
here is
friends.
proving to be really difficult, mainly because it's janky as fuck.
Yeah. It's also not the most balanced I've ever seen. Like, this level has
Well, you
8
could-
enemies.
Yeah, but you could try a better car. But no, we have to do this as Slut Toast.
Let's do this as the gamer clown.
With honestly a pretty creepy image. I will say this, like for the beginning image, the very first image of this character that they use in like the little like live action person stills next to the vehicles when you character select, like it actually does look pretty creepy. I mean, I like it. Like it's not his iconic design that he got later, but like I still think it looks good.
Oh, fuck you, Mr. Grimm.
Didn't one-shot the fucker.
Yeah.
BDSP is trending.
Like, given the fact that also, like, Sweet Tooth on the box art, he's very much like the standard character in the first game. Like, he's not upgraded to, like, the secret bonus character who's slightly overpowered.
Right, he's definitely someone like they want you to play as, but at the same time, like you saw that rundown of how the cars worked, and his was not listed as a balanced one. His was listed as what, like a tankier one.
Yeah.
So it's slower. It's not very maneuverable.
Yeah, they said he's a bathtub on wheels.
Yeah, which I guess that's a good description. Then again, I haven't had a bathtub in years. I just have a shower now. So. I don't remember what those are like. Who here has bathtubs anymore?
I mean, I do.
Society.
Wow. Look at Mr. Ritzy over here with the bathtub. You have 8 acres of land, too.
No.
You could.
Remember when the government just kind of gave people land?
What, like Manifest Destiny?
Yeah.
No, we just like, hey, I killed everyone already living here, all of these non-white people. Can I just up this? And they're like, yes.
Sounds cool. How fucked is it that Jirachi is UU? It's fucked.
What
Is
about
it?
Jirachi?
Jirachi is UU.
What, underutilized?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's his, like, IRL gimmick isn't a thing in the actual game.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know how that would affect the competitive scene, though.
I wish to win the battle.
See, like, I just
That's
had that
what-
moment where it's like, that's some real in-lingo shit. I'm just like, Jirachi, I think that's gonna make it something from a thing. Right, it's like, it's a Pokemon. And then I hear UU, and I'm just like from Hannah's store?
Yeah.
But no, evidently.
Underutilized.
No, I prefer Uranian Umbra.
This is true, it's a better name.
Even Undying Umbrage is, like, edgy in a actually kind of neat way. Like, it's not so edgy.
Fucking Tyranitar's UU. Where's
Who are
Tyranitar?
the strongest, most powerful Pokemon anymore? Arceus is a god, Giratina breaks dimensions or something? Yeah.
Heracross. Next question.
God damn it, I walked into that one.
Actually, let's see here. Yeah, but Celebi is a little fucking creature.
It's almost like power scaling Pokemon is a bit of a not lost cause necessarily, but it's an endeavor that is fairly fruitless.
Rocket Monster. That's my contribution.
Mm-hmm.
kill me, Doug. The outside world. Where might go on a great adventure. You will.
They did very much scale them down, so now some legendaries are just bicycle. But yeah, Ash, when you can pick up. Oh yeah. Ignore the fact that Larvitar is supposed to be like the weight of a fucking. Oh, and I just kind of ran into Pit Viper. That Ash is supposed.
Viper.
Ash is supposed. Not Ash. Larvitar is supposed to weigh like a ton, and the anime doesn't know. You know that, or Ash is an eldritch being, which is also completely fair because he's 10 forever.
Aren't we all 10 forever though on the inside?
There we go. By the blessing of Jesus, full heal.
Jesus. You gotta love that Jesus. He comes out here just like, don't hoard wealth. Help everyone, especially the underprivileged. And everyone's just like, right, hoard wealth, don't help anyone, kill the underprivileged. Done.
Okay, so I get back, I look at the chat, people talking about Pokemon, Vincent's over here talking about killing the underprivileged or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
This is a
alright.
normal day. I don't see what's wrong with this.
Okay, so here's the thing though. Here's the thing. So I had while I was out letting my dog out and such, I had a fucking vision. Okay.
A vision?
God himself came down from the heavens and blessed me
How about
with
that?
his light. So
Yeah.
I need to construct something really quick.
Oh,
Hold on.
Good. Let that happen. Oh shit, 175 friend points from Quetzi and Saber Tomoe.
Shit, you're friends with Quetzi and Saber, Tomo?
Yeah, why not?
I
I
don't
mean, I
know.
have them on my friends lists right now. Although Saber Tomoe I don't have up on the... Oh, wow, Warthog really had like a disorder there for a second.
Yeah, I've seen people describe Warthog as the mini boss of this game.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And I have her on my event list, which people are still using because this event technically calls that out, and
Oh,
it shouldn't because there is no event servants for this, but it makes you pick
That's-
event lists people.
that's fucked up.
That's not good.
Okay, well.
Let's see here. Oh my god, video game. No. Oh my god, why is it fucking awful? Oh yeah, we're just gonna fill the entire background with solid white instead of transparency, because fuck off!
Thank you, Mr. Grimm. Shot me with his death beam and I died. Yeah, I did mention that Cyberbia is the penultimate level, right?
Did you? I don't know if anyone ever mentioned anything.
Well, I'm mentioning it again here. It's the penultimate level. There's only one after it.
Wow, crazy spot boy. Okay, I need to know if this is real. I heard a story also
But yeah,
recently, also from Mr. Paul, and I need to look up.
they really should have done more with
reality.
Ash turning into a Pikachu. I'm still mad about that years later.
Yeah, no, obviously you are. How did this legend get activated? There is just a legend. I don't think anyone ever, it's like, has evidence of this. This is how it started. Yeah. The story is set on the 28th of September, 1918, while Tandy was serving with the 5th Duke of Wellington's regiment, and relates that a weary German soldier wandered into Tandy's line of fire. The enemy was wounded and did not appear to have a weapon. Tandy chose not to shoot. The German soldier saw him lower his rifle and nodded his thanks before wandering off. That soldier is purported to have been Adolf Hitler.
No!
Yeah. That is some kind of legend. I don't know how it got started, but it seems to be a thing, and it's like a thing this guy is known for, especially in England. Being like, you're the guy that just didn't fucking shoot unarmed Adolf Hitler in World War One.
I would fully succumb to alcoholism.
Yeah. Yeah, Henry Tandy. Yep.
Oh my god, why does Critta work in this way? Who fucking wanted this?
Let's see.
Jesus Christ.
You know, not a painting, but that product. Yeah, by the regiment based on full-time crossroads.
God damn it.
Sorry for the open.
I mean, that's one of those things where it's really hard to gauge how much a movement like that is, like, affected by its, like, ridiculous cult leader and how much it would have just happened anyways.
Yeah. Like, bad shit probably would have happened regardless, but... yeah, it's impossible to say one way or another how things would have turned out.
Yeah.
Also dies left. That
Oh,
dies, I
no.
guess, if you're still here, if not.
Yeah.
It is very likely that that's part of what happened without Hitler, it's true, but would it have been the same? You know, would it have had the same steam
Yeah.
that it had? You know, that's the real...
Because
that's
the only thing we can really mostly say 100% is that there was a momentum and a... Oh, I hate Darkseid right now so much.
That's normal.
Like the stuff that was there to create the Nazi Party was not something Hitler invented or whatever. He just took use of it. But also, it's like, what would have happened had there not been someone like him there to take use of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like he really was like you can't deny that he was a key figure. This was not like something incidental that he was the one to lead and formulate this movement in the way that he did. Like
Oh, yeah.
his fervent belief in the national supremacy bullshit, like from as early as his World War I days, you know, where he fully bought into the propaganda and the ideas surrounding, you know, the German surrender having been caused by Jews and Marxists or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that fervent belief and him obtaining a position in government to like essentially be like the Marjorie Taylor Greene to these people. Like that was not good.
Yeah.
But still, if that story's true, I do feel bad for Tandy. Like, literally doing a humanitarian act on the battlefield, and it's like, aw, anyway, that was Hitler.
Like, just, you know, the classic internet trick where somebody posts the fucking Hitler painting and it's all like, see this painting? Looks pretty nice, right? Well, you just like the painting made by Hitler. Except it's fucking that guy's fucking fellow soldiers just being like, that German that you just was pretty nice, right? The one that you just didn't shoot. Well, that was Hitler. And then he's just like, who the fuck is Hitler?
Am I supposed to? What do you know him? What's going on here? And then he just like swoops out in like a puff of Reddit smoke.
Yeah.
20 years later. Oh no.
Oh, you piece of shit!
Anyway, so that was my vision.
Yeah, I'm registering it right now.
I was in the kitchen after having let my dog out, and then just with no other thoughts occurring, my brain just congealed the phrase sarsaparilla.
Oh, that's the origin of the. Oh, I would never fucking thought. I'm just like, oh hell yeah, it's good. Saraphilia, but no, okay, yeah, you got it. You got this stuff like it. Sarsaparilla. Oh, that's genius. Your brain congealed something good. Is what happened, man. That's why you had to act on it.
Hell yeah, I'm not used to that.
Sarsaparilla. Sarsaparilla.
Okay.
Also, Kill la Kill 10th anniversary.
Oh, speaking of anniversaries and things, so did you hear, Isayama is working on another manga in the, AOT universe?
Yes!
Mm-hmm.
The dumpster fire will burn!
Yeah, limited information is available right now, and maybe connected to that, maybe not. There's going to be a volume 35 of Attack on Titan to be released with, I guess, some additional pages, so more ending stuff.
What?
Maybe.
What the
But it is also but it's also very likely that it will just be a tie-in to his upcoming work, which, from sources that I've seen so far, is going to be called Bad Boy.
Bad boy.
Bad Boy.
Baby?
Yep. Presumably it's going to be, at least what people are thinking it's going to be, it's probably going to be just a whole Levi prequel series. So instead of just like the one thing he got, you know, no regrets, it's going to be just a whole manga just about Levi. So, you know, it'd be a good way to make money.
It would, but I kind of hope he doesn't do that, because that just sounds so Boruto of him.
Yeah. What I hope it is if it is Levi, I hope it's a Levi sequel series, as in set after, you know?
Yes! I would kill to see an anime about fucking wheelchair-bound Levi.
Yeah. It'd be very, like, retired gunslinger ass, like, he's still got the magic kind of storytelling.
Yeah.
Just like domestic life with him and Onyankapan.
Oh yeah, they're together now, I guess? Yeah, you know what? Sure, I'll buy it.
I mean, it was in the end card. Why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
A romance that crossed racial bounds. he had literally never seen a black person before. Didn't bother him.
The world, or not the world, but yeah, the world also, but Attack on Titan world's first non-racist.
Huh.
Arguably true.
Okay, Pit Viper.
Well, that would probably
Okay.
go to Hanji, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Man,
yeah, again, like, what do you do in the setting after you've had the main antagonist, protagonist murder 80% of people?
I don't know, but like, if Mr. fucking secure the bag and fuck off to open an onsen has more ideas, this is kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's 100% my reaction too. I'm hearing about this, I'm like, oh, okay. My favorite thing is also, apparently a big part of what this Volume 35 is going to have is it's going to have an art book in it too. So, but reading about it, he apparently literally stated, well, since I have no experience in drawing, I'm going to provide the base sketches, and then someone else is going to fill out all the artwork in that art book.
No, St. Nero, it was not, because if it was 99%, boy oh boy, would the fascists like the story a lot more.
They really
You
will.
know, the main antagonist only killed 80% of humanity.
Yeah.
So
Well,
there,
specifically 80.
yeah, there is enough that that repopulation shouldn't be an issue. It's just, you know, the biggest loss of life humanity will ever likely see.
Yeah. Like, yeah,
But-
following, like, a broken world healing, like, I would actually like to see that. That does seem interesting to me.
Yeah.
So it would be, like, a sequel. I doubt it would, but, like, if it is, like, I say there would be potential there. Especially, like, following, like, the aftermath of characters that we already know, you know, like, it'd be cool to see, and also put to bed a lot of the fucking dumbasses' opinions on how everything's just going to turn out bad now because of what they did, and they should have let the genocide continue.
How big was the island? Pretty big.
Madagascar.
Honestly, when when Attack on Titan came out, there was like a MatPat game theory where MatPat himself was like, yeah, no, even if they're stuck inside the bounds of the city, they have more than enough space for basically an entire country.
Yeah, it's the size of France.
Yeah.
Yeah, shape of Madagascar, the size of France.
So, like, France, pretty big. Not the biggest country, obviously, that would be, like, America. Well, technically, maybe Russia, but, like, yeah, you know. Per population, I think we probably have the biggest, yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
But, you know, it's definitely one of the more sizable European, nations.
Yeah.
I mean,
God.
Germany's bigger, but, like, you know, it's just Germany's problem. Not my problem. I didn't make Germany get large.
Large Germany isn't real. Large Germany can't hurt you.
Okay.
A5 login bonus.
Oh, did we desync again somehow? Oh, I guess. No, we're synced on our total login bonuses somehow. We're not synced on our weeklies.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, I have destroyed Pit Viper, which leaves just one person left, and he's going to become a lot more aggressive.
Shit him out.
Dude.
Luckily, that shouldn't be that hard. He is also, however... There we go. Yeah, he's fragile as fuck. Rooftop combat! Only 3 opponents.
Against these 3, you'll have to kill them.
So downside to this place, instant death pits.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Also, how do you like the rooftops of LA? The famous many skyscrapers of Los Angeles.
Oh, this is, yeah, it's how it is. I remember when I was In San Diego, I got this feeling that like this is just what the state of California is.
It is. It's true. Did you just fucking Goomba stomp that car?
Maybe.
Just fucking. Oh fuck! I'm only half paying attention because this is reruns of fucking old FGO content. I just wasted a whole ass turn because fucking Reiko went ahead and dodged.
There we go.
Shit.
I got to post this.
Oh fuck. Y'all see here now. This here Bazer car is the rootin' tootin'est, roughest, toughest hombre in creation. Make 90. It's fucking hard. Performance continuation.
Really, if anything, I didn't even need to type the rest of that. I could have had that just be normal, because, like, as we all know, for anyone, like, that's, like, Texan or whatever, any statement is automatically Texanified if you preface it with "y'all see here now," and then, like, a pause while they, like, take their next breath.
Serenity is giving.
I love
Ellie
Serenity.
Chan.
She's giving, right? It's a lot.
She gave Mecha Ellie Chan. Mecha Ellie Chan live regardless.
Okay, so this is weird. This is, I guess, where maybe the story comes from, or like this is part of this or whatever for this whole Tandy shooting, or not shooting Hitler thing. Let's see. In 1937, Hitler was made aware of a particular Fortunio Matania painting by Dr. Otto Schwend, a member of his staff. Schwend had been a medical officer during the First Battle of Ypres in 1914. He had been sent a copy of the painting by Lieutenant Colonel Earl in 1936. Earl had been treated by Schwend in a medical post in the Menin Crossroads, and they remained in touch after the war. The painting was commissioned by the Green Howards Regiment from the Italian artist in 1923, showing a soldier purported to be Tandy carrying a wounded man at the PSX Crossroads in 1914 northwest of Menin. The painting was made from a sketch provided to Matania by the regiment based on an actual event at that crossroads. A building shown behind Tandy in the painting belonged to the Van den Broek family, who were presented with a copy of the painting by the Green Howards Regiment. Schwend obtained a large photo of the painting to gift it to Hitler. Captain Wiedemann, Hitler's adjutant, wrote the following response.
Okay, I lost.
I beg to acknowledge your friendly gift that has been sent to Berlin through the good offices of Dr. Schwend. The Fuhrer is naturally very interested in things connected with his own war experiences, and he was obviously moved when I showed him the photograph and explained the thought which you had in causing it to be sent to him. He was obviously moved when I showed him the picture. I don't know why that needs to be reiterated. He has directed me to send you his best thanks for your friendly gift, which is so rich in memories. Apparently Hitler identified the soldier carrying the wounded man as Tandy from the photo of him in the newspaper clipping he had obtained in 1918. In 1938, when Neville Chamberlain visited Hitler at his Alpine retreat in the Berghof for the discussions that led to the Munich Agreement, he noticed the painting and asked about it, and Hitler replied, "That man came so near to killing me that I thought I should never see Germany again. Providence saved me from such devilishly accurate fire as those English boys were aiming at us." According to the story, Hitler asked Chamberlain to convey his best wishes and gratitude to Tandy. Chamberlain promised to phone Tandy in person on his return, which apparently he did. The Cadbury Research Center, which holds copies of Chamberlain's papers and diaries, has no references relating to Tandy from the records of the 1938 meeting. The story further states that the phone was answered by a 9-year-old child called William Whately. William was related to Tandy's wife, Edith. However, Tandy at that time lived at 22 Coke Street, Coventry, and worked for the Triumph Motor Company. according to the company records, they only had 3 phone lines, and none of which was at Tanty's address. The British Telecommunications Archive records also have no telephones registered to that address in 1938. Historical research throws serious doubts on whether the incident actually ever occurred. Hitler took his second leave from military service on the 10th of September 1918 for 18 days. This means he was in Germany on the presumed date of the facts. So, maybe, probably not.
Perchance.
Point is, this poor guy kind of went down in history as the guy who didn't kill Hitler, which is kind of sad.
Yep.
It's a funny thing to call him, because there are a title a lot of people have, let's be honest here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, a title that virtually everyone, except for one person, has.
Yeah. That person, ironically, Hitler.
Yeah, but, like, what's fucked up is that, like, most people outside of Hitler, I guess, weren't ever in the position to have actively been aiming a loaded gun at him.
This is true.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see. God. And this guy, by the way, who was a young man and fought in World War I, so, you know, he was born in, like, the 1890s. He died in 1977.
Yeah.
What?
At age 86. He was old as fuck. Evidently, he never left England, though. That's sad. We lost him.
Can I just say how much I love how, like, there's been a lot of talk about Hitler going on here, and the auto mod hasn't done a damn thing, but it did hit straight pride.
That's true. I mean, let's face it, one of these things is like a real problem. The other one's dead, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's just,
Yeah. Hitler is a solved problem.
We solved it with a bullet.
very
And
generous
also,
we.
winning the war, because, like, the whole thing about the might of the German military is actually just like a huge myth.
Oh
And
yeah, no.
obviously, like, anyone could have overcome them because they were bad at everything.
Yeah. They were good only really at propaganda.
Well, they're also good at mindless acts and pointless brutality. They're
True.
good at that too.
That is unfortunately very true.
Oh fuck, Palmer has arrived.
Oh, hi, Palmer.
It's
Twisting.
lab. Yeah,
see
we're at the
Kara
end
no
of
Gyokai.
Twisted Metal. We're twisting Nagare.
Like that.
We're at the end of Twist Met.
Agare, my
Because of your lateness, you didn't get to hear my piss story.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it'll be in the archives.
my
It
least
will
favorite, least favorite version of Ray.
Nagare. You know,
Okay.
it's true. You know, there's so many Rays, and honestly, they're all good. Like, long hair Ray, great. Sweet baby Ray, perfect.
Yeah.
The many Rays, good. The giant naked Ray, excellent. Ray 2, great. Ray 3, pretty alright. Ray Chiquita, I mean, obviously, that's the
Yeah.
perfect being.
Your Smash Bros. Crush is streaming.
Oh shit, is it Roy? Wait, you probably mean someone playing Smash. That would make more sense.
That would be less fun.
Yeah.
Okay, I've killed everyone.
Oh, hungry boss.
fuck.
Hot damn.
I killed everyone, so they summoned in the boss, but I accidentally clicked the thing. The boss is Minion. Minion killed me.
Minion. Yep. Here we go. The one unannounced driver. We didn't have him before, so now it's just here's a guy that exists and going to be the boss here. Minion.
Big fan of Minion.
You might notice what his vehicle is. It's a fucking APC.
Yeah, he just kind of drove over me.
Yeah, he has a fucking armored personnel carrier.
Okay. Let me...
Like, you thought Warhog was a bit much, no.
Yeah, no. Let's...
One guy brought in a whole semi. No, even that's not enough.
Triangle X.
Oh my god. Nero, I have run into that exact fucking issue. I severely and dearly wish that bots could edit other people's messages.
Also to hides. I got bored the other day, so I made a Discord that injects cat puns into as many instances as I could find. Sadly, Discord doesn't allow bots to edit user messages, so it can only post them as sassy retorts, or delete their messages and replace them. Oh yeah, I've seen people do that second one, where they have a bot for whatever they do, and then it just deletes their comment and reposts it as the bot.
Yeah.
Specifically, I see that for people who have a lot of alters, or plural in some way. Or are role-playing. Either one.
Yeah, I fucking know though, right? You're just reading through that.
Yes.
Like, I get why you can't do that, but come on. Come on.
You have made it to the final round. Prepare to battle Minion, last year's Twisted Metal winner. So you can enter a code which spawns Minion along with the other 3 at once.
Oh, good. I'm good that exists.
Ow!
Let me please be unethical for fun. Yeah, me as a doctor treating Adolf Hitler.
Come on, it'll be so funny. Alright, this time I did not use Legend of the Christian Hero EX. Legend of the Christian Hero. No, like, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. So, like, you have to give bot permissions to do stuff in your Discord server, so just have that be part of your terms and conditions. Just like, hey, by giving this bot access to your server, it'll edit your messages. Yes.
I didn't... He just kind of murdered me.
That'll happen sometimes. Sometimes people just get murdered. It's fun.
The Siegfried in the sky. What a classic.
I love him. I'm sorry. I have to do that. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Just please just start over. I'm sorry. Going all in on the fucking super ghouls and ghouls.
Yeah, but thankfully it skips the second go around for this recap.
Oh, it does. I was mentally preparing myself for them to not do that.
Well, it skips it for the most part. At least from what I remember, is that there is like an actual, like, you have to go through each area again. You don't have to do that here.
Oh shit, is this another Hoyle Grail? It's a quote. Whoa, there we go, we're all the way back. No.
Yes, I'm camping.
Yeah,
Actually-
what about it?
While you're camping, let me ask. So, that sounds interesting. You brought up, like, people who are plural in some way. What's your experience with that? I know, like, you went into those communities.
I mean, Homestuck, so...
What does that have to do with what?
Oh, I'm in some Homestuck Discords, and there's some people who roleplay and or are plural, depending on the context of which specific thing I'm talking about.
Oh.
It was just
specifically about, like, people with DID.
Yeah, I mean, I don't inquire what their deal is, if they have DID, if it's role-playing thing, or if it's some other third thing. I just like, oh, they use bots to change their title so that they're worded as someone slightly different. Okay, whatever.
What do you mean, like, as in it changes it after the fact? Like,
yeah, they'll post, like, they'll be user 47, and then it'll go from user 47 said this to it gets deleted, and then bot Dirk Strider uwu said.
Good work, 47.
Interesting. Oh, well, fuck. Once again, I do have to go. My stomach is hurting me now.
Well, I will attempt to kill Minion. Oh no, what's wrong with Blue Sky?
I'm not sure, so...
Is it because you can't middle mouse button click tweets in order to open them in a new tab? Because I hate that. Twitter also broke that functionality. Not Twitter, Tumblr. You can't turn off reposts. I'm uncertain why one would do that, but I can understand why the feature might be necessary. Or desirable, perchance. Chungus. Oh. Oh, I see. You can't hide other people reposting stuff. Okay. Well, okay. So here's the thing, right? There's a Tumblr user who has gone by many usernames at this point, who I have followed for quite some time, and this individual. How weird. That's unrelated. And this individual, are any of y'all familiar with the concept of posting X thing every day until you like it? It's basically that, except this person has like an entire rotation of several things that they repost regularly.
I got everyone, but
I don't know if I've seen
Minion.
that picture of Gohan and Videl wearing Corn and Limp Bizkit shirts as many times. I don't know.
Okay.
Actually, he hasn't posted a Limp Bizkit in a while.
Yes. Speaking of art, Palmer, have you seen the thing I posted today? I kind of presumed you would probably enjoy it.
Is it JPEG of cat?
No.
Why not?
Because you're not a JPEG. Well, you can check on either the Twitter or the FA. That's fur affinity for you, Alex.
Oh, hell yeah. At Rusty Kitty _ on Twitter says, I fucking hate being a student in the modern age. Accompanied with a picture of a comment that that their instructor has given them on an essay that they've submitted, stating that they cannot receive a grade higher than a 0 on this essay because I guess whatever service they're putting the essays through has determined that there's a 27%, like, I guess, rating, an AI rating of 27% in this person's essay. Whatever the fuck that means. So they're just gonna, I guess, fail this assignment because the algorithm thinks that it was written by AI.
The AI algorithm thinks it's AI?
Yeah. Fucking bullshit. Yeah, I would also. Yep, these are the appropriate responses. Like what the fuck do you do otherwise? It's just like, alright, well, your fucking algorithm thinks that it was written by AI, but it wasn't, so, you know. Remember back in the good old days when AIs were used for shit posts, like making Joe Biden sing fucking, I don't know, the intro song for SpongeBob or some shit. But no, now we're using AI for things like failing students for no reason. Yeah. Like police doing an internal investigation on their own crooked comrade. Yeah. It's like every once in a while you hear reports about these fucking like individual police officers either trying to arrest or engaging in combat with each other because they both think that. Or no, it wasn't combat related. It was like two officers. One was undercover as a drug dealer, and the other was undercover as a drug buyer, and they both tried to like bust each other simultaneously. That shit was funny. Minion just fucking exploded you.
Yes. You see how little health he has at the moment.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, fuck. There's Minion. Tragic. So, like, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I guess before I met you and Vincent many eons ago, and we started doing all this shit.
Yeah.
I had never seen nor heard of this entire series.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not surprising.
And then no, it just turns out there's this whole ass thing, and it's got like what 73 games.
8.
It's a lot of games.
It is. There's a lot of games.
A lot of fucking games, and they're all on the PS1.
Half of them are, yeah. More than half, actually.
Oh my god, what? Are you fucking kidding me?
5 of the 8 are on the PS1.
What the hell? That was supposed to be a joke.
Nope. 5 of the 8 are on the PS1.
Ow. Considering the last game came out on the PS3, it would be the only game to come out on the PS3. Does that include Small Brawl?
Yes, Small Brawl and the first 4.
Interesting. They just got a hell of a lot of mileage out of this fucking PS1 thing, man.
Ah, god damn it. I got him down to half health. Yeah, of the 7 games, yeah, PS1 loved its car brawlers. Of the 8 games, 5 of them were on the PS1. 2 were on the PS2. 1 is a re-release, because 1 was also on the PSP. That one was re-released in the PS2. I forgot to press the thing. We are not starting from the fucking beginning. And then 1 on the PS3, and there has not been another since the PS3.
Well, they're gonna do it. They're gonna bring it back. Gonna bring Twisted Metal back.
That might actually happen.
According to GPT essay checker for students, this GPT detector will help you decide how likely an essay or another assignment is to be written by a human or by AI.
I mean, yeah,
Paste it into the field
there was
below.
supposedly going to be a tie-in video game to the TV show that came out. There's a TV show, by the way. Yeah, it came out recently on Peacock. You know, that site you use. And apparently,
That's a bird.
apparently it's very well received on Peacock.
They really are just naming websites anything. I'm gonna come out with my own streaming service. It's gonna be called Cheesebrick. Apologies, but unfortunately we'd like to announce that we are getting rid of ad-free viewing on Cheesebrick.
But yeah, so it came out on... Oh, no. Okay, I'm sorry, I almost fell to my death. I need a second to recover. But yeah, it came out recently on, I think, Peacock. Some streaming thing, and it was one of the best shows at the time it came out, so it's almost definitely going to get a second season. And or maybe that tie-in video game they'll actually make.
This person pasted the first paragraph from the Declaration of Independence, and this essay checker declared that the Declaration of Independence has a 98% chance of having been written by an AI. Just be like Netflix instead, raise the prices, have a buckle with the writers union, and then decide to raise the prices even further because people won't mind paying even more for less. It's true, the founding fathers were AI.
Yep.
Founding fathers, more like founding 4090.
Also, hello,
RTS.
Commander Stryker.
I wonder what GPU Abe Lincoln ran in his rig.
I think it's technically possible, but it's hard because Minion is broken.
Well, if Minion's broken, then why do you have to kill him?
Video game broken,
Job's
Alex.
Already done.
Vi-
No. God, just the fucking the texture warping from the shit whenever it gets towards the edge of the screen.
Yeah. This is
So
PS1, everybody.
I'm sad that the N64 sold much worse.
Why? Because it was the more superior tech-wise?
Yeah, just like by a huge fucking margin. This shit doesn't even have perspective correction. All the vertices are done using fixed point arithmetic.
Yeah. Lack of what made them melty, Alex?
Floating point unit. It's a special bit of hardware on
Oh, I'm dead.
the CPU
How am I not dead?
that the CPU can hand
Oh, I'm dead.
floats to and be like, hey, I got 3.5 and I got 3.9. Can I get a multiply? And then the FAPU is just like, and then you get the result.
Well, there you go.
But Sony was just like, we don't need that bullshit. We don't need floats. We don't need perspective correction. We don't need anything. And based on how this particular generation turned out, they were unfortunately right. Meanwhile, Nintendo's just coming in like, yeah, our system's got basically everything that you could want graphically from a home console.
I think they were thus like that was like the only generation Nintendo tried to have the most powerful machine on the market.
Yeah. And they should have won. They should have won it. But no. No. Fucking devs in their 150 gigabyte games were just like, we can't fit our games onto these N64 cartridges. PS1, please give us your fucking 4 gigabyte discs.
It was 4 gigs the max.
I don't remember. Let's see here. PS1 game disc size. Ranges from 100 megs to 2 gigs.
2 gigs. Okay. Speaking of 150 gig games, yeah, I don't. Unoptimized.
Yep.
Hilariously unoptimized.
It really is amazing.
Because they don't need to be, quote unquote.
Really is amazing. It's like we got to the generation of game devs where, like, people who made 4K mods for Skyrim, like 4K cheese, and 4K chicken, and 4K juniper berries, like, they got into the games industry, and suddenly everybody's just like, me games are 300 gigaborgs. How do I do this? How do I fix this? The answer is that you don't. Just ship it like that. Yeah, back in the good old days when you didn't have the space to do shit, except, like, honestly, a lot of devs are, like, surprisingly, this strategy of just not optimizing things is not terribly new. like optimization for a lot of programs, maybe not necessarily games, but optimization for a lot of programs did basically just boil down to, yeah, new hardware comes out pretty regularly. Like, it'll perform poorly now, but in like half a year it won't. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that is also the case on the N64 to an extent. I want to say the largest texture size you can get on the N64 is like 64 by 64. So if you have anything larger than that,
that's
you
about a
actually need to make like
third of minions' health on one health.
multiple. No good. Zilch. No! They can't! No, they can't fucking do that!
What?
Pokemon Company is saying they're gonna stop Pokemon Bank service in April 2024. If they do that, then Pokemon Bank is the only reason. Pokemon Bank is like the last line of defense, connecting older generations to the current games.
Yeah.
If you get rid of Pokemon Bank, you won't be able to transfer Pokemon forward from fucking. Oh my god!
They
Everything before Gen 8 would be cut off.
They might
What
be.
the fuck?
They might be doing that.
No.
It does sound like a very Game Freak thing to do.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing, right? Like, Pokemon Bank is basically just the transfer service at that point. Or at this point, rather. Nobody actually uses it for storing Pokemon. It's just like, yeah, if you play Pokemon Emerald again and you want to transfer your fucking shiny Corbo, you can just spend 10 years doing that and then transfer it to Pokemon Bank and transfer it up. No! Oh my god! Oh, that's horrible.
Okay, well that's one good life down to one bad life. Let's see how well I can manage.
Okay, so... No, okay, so here's what they do. Okay, here's the strategy. So, Game Freak and the Pokemon Company, they release a peripheral, okay? That's basically just like a USB hub, except instead of having a bunch of USB ports on it, it's got like GBA and DS and fucking Game Boy ports on it. And then they add support to that for Pokemon Home. And then you just plug in your Pokemon Emerald to the peripheral and then transfer your Emerald Pokemans directly to home. They wouldn't do this because there's no financial incentive to do so, but it would be cool. Oh my god, no, this is like the worst news I've heard in a couple weeks, man.
Yeah, I actually watched a video the other day where it commented on that like, unsurprising, a lot of constraints Pokemon has partially have to do with decisions they made very early on that they have carried forward, good and bad. That being one of the good ones, where it's like, you know, that's part of the appeal of the game, but also it makes it a giant problem.
No, it's not that big of a problem. They just gotta update Pokemon Home every once in a while.
Yeah, Digimon doesn't have this problem.
Yeah, but Digimon isn't worth like $8 billion.
Yeah, but also that's because of the other parts. That has absolutely nothing to do with letting the games be saved over.
Everyone knows that Pokemon is the largest multimedia franchise because you can transfer a Pokemon from Ruby all the way to Scarlet. Digimon is at least willing to make a visual novel about death. Yes. Oh, God, that's... Honestly, this is... Like, this is something that I was worried about. This is something that I was really worried about when they decided to make the method for transferring forward a fucking online application. Like, they didn't need to maintain jack shit when the method for transferring was just, yeah, you put the GBA game into the GBA hole and the DS game into the DS hole and you do the in-game transfer thing. It still functions today because it's just in the games.
Oh, Thumper died. Thank fuck.
But no, it's gotta be Pokemon Bank, Ruby and Sapphire. You get to transfer your Pokemon. You gotta effectively leave them up in the server. Oh, by the way, there is no single game that has all the Pokemon, and there are some Pokemon that never got undexited, so... Like, if you transfer your Pokemon into Pokebank and then transfer them into home, there are some of them that are just kind of trapped on the server still. Let's see here. All Pokemon that happened and unexited.
Nope. Oh god, how am I alive? How am I alive? How am I alive?
So I'm gonna go to bed. So.
Good, and there I died. God damn it.
See you guys later.
See. Let's see here.
Yeah, Digimon at least likes to troll its fans. Yeah, again, Digimon is also not built part of its brand on,
Yeah, that's true. That also does kill the Gen 1, Gen 2 Virtual Console releases, but... I mean, I guess it's 3DS software, so it's not available for download either way. That's still stupid. Oh shit. Do you need those games anymore? Wait. Twisted Metal games or Pokemon games?
Twisted Pokemon.
Yeah. I mean, Pokemon is a scope nightmare. I'd fully believe that they cut Pokemon specifically just because it's not feasible to continually add them to every single game every time. But also, the setup that we have now sucks ass.
Are you kidding? Oh wow, oh that's annoying. So, those little health pods. Oh god, I'm with Minion. Yeah, fuck.
Like certain gen games, if you can get the Pokemon from other gen. It's not necessarily about Pokemon being available or unavailable as much as it is that, like, if you go back and you play Pokemon Diamond and you find a shiny Bidoof, you could bring that shit forward into the current generation, and that's cool. But now, it's just, we'd be back in the same situation as, we'd be back in the same situation as goddamn, the Gen 1 and Gen 2 games were when fucking Ruby and Sapphire came out, where it's like, alright, I found a shiny Sneasel and Crystal. Sucks. Also Mewtwo was in X and Y, right? It was like a Pokemon village.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, of course Mewtwo's the Pokemon, let's go. Also, you can get Mewtwo from a fucking special event Terra raid battle, one of the 7-star Terra raids. That's not ongoing anymore, but there was a temporary event for that happened. I got the Mewtwo on my first try. Went out there with my fucking Mew. Other people with they Mews. Everybody else was running the fucking Struggle Bug set. Meanwhile, I had,
God damn it.
I don't remember. Did I run Aurora Veil or was it Reflect? I don't know. I rolled like a support Mew and kept everybody alive.
Yeah, smart move.
Yeah.
Given that's not what everyone else was doing.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like my first thought in all these sorts of situations is, okay, well, I'm playing with randos, and everyone ever wants to be DPS, so I'll just not do that, and then we'll win. I don't know if it was in Dynamax Adventures, because I never got the Sword and Shield DLC, because I hate Sword and Shield.
Yeah, Sword and Shield were surprisingly bad.
Yeah.
Gameplay-wise. Story-wise, I thought they were actually almost good. Except for the part where they just kind of lost their goddamn mind.
Yeah, just all like, hey, yeah, so we're doing the championship now, and then the fucking president of the United States just walks in being like, I'm gonna cause the apocalypse. I got it. And then he did. For some reason. I love that shit. Like, in-universe, Leon's even like, okay, yeah, I agree, we can fix the problem, but
Literally!
not right this... We can even start later today, in like an hour and a half even, after the championships. If we could just not do this right... We have to do it right now. Nintendo needs to just bring back Team Rockets. Actually, what Nintendo needs to do is have Genius Sonority make another spin-off game.
Who the hell are they?
They made Coliseum and XD. Actually, what Pokemon needs to do is subcontract out the company that I work for to help make Scarlet and Violet better.
But they're not porting it to anything.
That doesn't matter. We provide all sorts of software services, like co-development. Like the last project I was assigned to wasn't porting. I was just kind of like temporarily an employee for a different company.
Fair. They got a pretty sweet gig.
Yeah.
And are definitely not being taken advantage of, or whatever the fuck Mark said.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Dude had problems.
Yeah, just a few. Nintendo needs to give Pokemon to someone other than Game Freak. I mean, they did one time, and then they made BDSP. Honestly, I thought BDSP was alright, but it was painfully bare bones for some reason. Like, a lot of people talk about Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl as though they're like the spawn of the devil. They're the worst things ever made, and I really don't get that at all. Like, yeah, it really sucks that
God damn it.
It sucks that remakes of older games nowadays are just like, yeah, it's just the base version again with nothing else. Whereas remakes back in the old days were like, yeah, okay, so we've done everything, except, like, everything's way better and there's new content, and we put the Battle Frontier in.
You just really want that Battle Frontier.
I need the fucking Battle Frontier, Jesse. Do you think they'll loop back around to the point of remaking like X and Y or Sun and Moon? No. You see, because they've already looped back around, there's gonna be another set of Gen 2 remakes. Y'all thought Let's Go Eevee were funny spin-offs? No!
Yeah.
Gen 1 remakes too. We're back to Gen 2 again, and then Gen 3, and then Gen 4. And then people in the fucking Gen 5 fans are just gonna be like, oh, Gen 5? And then guess what? It's Gen 1 again.
I don't know. I feel like Gen 5 is still getting out better if they keep being the way they are. Because like at least Gen 5 don't get touched.
Yeah.
I need to play the Gen 5 games at some point again.
Yeah, no, they're great. I mean, sort of. They're sort of. They're generally. They're great, generally speaking. But I did specifically very strongly dislike the aspect of Gen 5 where they started that newfangled tradition. Well, not so much anymore. Like, Scarlet and Violet didn't really have this too bad, but they started the tradition of being unable to walk 10 feet without another cutscene starting. I fucking hated that shit in Gen 5 so much.
God damn it, Thumper out DPS'd me. But yeah, like the thing is like, oh god, I'm in front of Minion.
Same.
But yeah, the thing I was complaining about before, this thing, guess how high up its y-axis is?
Wait, what thing?
The healing pod thing that I have to stand on.
Oh. 2 feet.
No.
2.5 feet. .89 feet.
All the way up. The objective is to kill everyone. It's a car combat game. It's just you're in an arena with opponents. Kill your opponents before they kill you. That's the game.
Shit. So when I was looking for Pokemon that haven't been undexited yet, because like trying to find the specific terminology to search for to actually get the answer to this is quite difficult. One of the fucking links that popped up is that fucking YouTube video about supposedly secret Pokemon that were mentioned in the Pokedex.
Oh yeah, that.
How does it have 1.34 million views? Oh my god. I think about that video sometimes. I worry for the reading comprehension.
But yeah, the premise of the game is participate in murder games, get wish from a man,
Hell
get
yeah.
wish from Wishman. Bruce Wishman.
Bruce.
Yeah, I've camped a little bit occasionally.
Yeah.
And he just murdered me. Yeah, there aren't that many happy endings in this game. Ugh, come on. Let's see.
That's a good post in that tweet.
Yeah, conveniently, of the 8 Twisted Metal games, 3 of them use licensed soundtracks, and 5 of them do not. So it's very convenient which 5 I'm playing.
But with your help, we can up that number to all 8 Twisted Metal games.
I mean, I could play those ones with the sound turned off. Or the music.
Society. Would it be easier to just start from the rooftop level and fight the 3 guys and then fight me?
No, because in this way I can theoretically get the most out of fighting Minion one-on-one, and they can provide as cover fodder, theoretically.
Oh, there's Minion. Just fucking Goomba stomp that cop.
And there I go. I just kind of fell to my death.
Same.
Because I think I slicked on some oil, and oil slicks kind of fuck with your already floaty-ass controls. Okay. Okay. I know that just there goes this entire run. I'm just gonna test some shit now real quick. So I need to be turboing, it looks like. What do I get? What's up here? Just more turbo.
What am I watching? But yeah, moral of the story is, like, it was understandable why they cut off previous generations in Gen 3. Like, technologically speaking, they couldn't do that.
Yeah.
You know? But cutting off all previous generations because of fucking server maintenance, server upkeep, that's just fucking stupid. Yeah.
I swear to God, if I'm this run, I kill Minion, but then die to the other Chuckle Fox.
God, this fucking this Halloween recap event sucks.
Are you kidding me?
Yes. You actually survived that.
These little Chuckle Fox. Yeah, the fact that also, like, it's so easy to ram things, quote unquote, and thus take ram damage. Yep. Such a pain. Such a pain.
Yep. I mean, hey, that was my strategy when I was playing BattleTech all those years ago.
Okay.
Just run into people because it's funny.
Yeah, another thing also, I don't know if this is obvious at all to you, Alex, but I am playing, I'm having to use the D-pad exclusively.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck, that's right. The DualShock didn't exist. Oh. That's fucked up. No Pokemon G. Yeah. Like, between Pokemon Home and Pokemon everything else and the fucking GBA shit. Like, they could get around it. No. No, need that shit. When instead you could have, nothing, actually.
But yeah, I instantly saw one of fuck, is it Pro Jared? I want to say it's Pro Jared.
Epic Divorce Man?
No. The guy who did the Too Many Types thing that you also follow. Alpha Rad, that's who it is.
Alpha Rad.
Uh,
Epic Bisexuality Man?
yes. But I caught a video of his recently, which was about some people made a Pokemon roguelike.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. It's weird. It's like really weird.
Yeah, when I'm like, that's the kind of like fun, like there's fun like nonsense in it. Also, just like people who take okay. Yeah, people who take ketamine. People who just take the like the earlier take Pokemon who weren't from the pixel art games and just put them in the pixel art games.
Oh yeah, that's a fucking aesthetic.
Cause like they translate so well.
Yeah. Translate to fucking 2D better than they do to 3D. 2D games looked better. And were easier to produce. Granted, you can't quite make like open world 2D games because they kind of suck.
Yeah.
It's like, the world is so big, but you know, you can only see like this 20 by 20 square in front of you, which just kind of makes it feel like tunnel vision game.
Yeah. Yeah, just make it a 2.5, like, looks over at Cassette Beasts. Boy, oh boy, is Crimson Fury just, fucking, like, distracting him.
No, you see, they can't make an Octopath Traveler style Pokemon game, because that would be, like, a good idea, and Game Freak can't do that. They need to come up with their next gimmick. In Gen 10, they're gonna have, like...
God, they're gonna be 10 gens in.
Yeah, they're gonna have this thing where, like, when you hit a button on your wristwatch, the Pokemon in front of you, like, squishes on the Y-axis, and that increases its damage. You don't want Game Freak making the game. Well, unfortunately, that is most likely what's gonna happen. Sad. Sad gaming. You know, it's not even necessarily like Game Freak are bad game developers. They just make too many fucking games.
Yeah.
The schedule that they're held to is fucking ridiculous. Like, you could take basically fucking anyone and no one would be able to maintain quality. They are bad games? Wait. I mean, yeah, the games since they went to Switch have been less spectacular than the fucking 3DS ones. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're bad games. games have gotten bigger. And I don't know, honestly, Sword and Shield, functionally speaking, weren't that bad. They just were just creatively bankrupt. They had nothing. They were nothing.
Nothing.
The Kylo Ren clip. Why not approach? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fair. I'm just saying, like, the solution here isn't necessarily... Well, actually, one of the solutions to this is having devs other than Game Freak work on Pokemon games, but not necessarily getting rid of Game Freak altogether. They could, like, Call of Duty it and have a second studio working on the games every other year.
Mm-hmm.
Or even better yet, they could go back to making fucking spin-offs every once in a while like they used to. Like perhaps some kind of dungeon exploration focused one.
Oh.
Oh.
Minion just took some health damage. Like a noticeable amount. I swear to God, if fucking Crimson Fury kills Minion... Nope, I killed Minion.
Yeah, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, best spin-offs of all time.
There we go, everyone's dead, I win. You have won the 10th Twisted Metal competition. Prepare to meet Calypso and receive your prize.
It's Calypso.
You are the winner of the competition and granted an audience with Calypso, the creator of the Twisted Metal contest. As you speed into his underground garage, you spot him, surrounded by bodyguards, and seated on a throne of broken car parts. His face is burnt beyond recognition. His smile is hideous. He speaks. As you know, I shall now grant any prize you request. But I'm confused. You're only asking for this? Calypso holds a crumpled up paper bag in his hands. I can offer you anything, Sweet Tooth. Money, fame, even power. You dare insult me? Calypso screams. But your mind is made up. Ever since you escaped from the mental ward 5 years ago, you have been searching for this bag. Because in your own twisted mind, this bag is much more than just a bag. Oh yes, it is a friend. Yes, the bag is Crazy Harold, the wacky lunch sack. And he has come home. Plugging one hand into the bag, placing the other hand on the wheel, you speed off into the LA night, searching for new victims. And looking for a new life where you and your bag can be happy. At last.
Yay! Twisted Metal, TM.
Yeah.
Which stands for Twisted Metal.
Yeah, the tamest ending for the character.
Yeah.
That's the most normal ending Sweet Tooth gets in any of these games.
Hell yeah.
They're all either even more absurd or even more extra.
Hell yeah. Oh fuck, Pokemon Bank is trending. I wonder why.
But yeah, Palmer, this game, Twisted Metal, the franchise, it's very silly. It's very arcadey. It's a very arcade franchise. It's why it's two tones of... Oh, look, there's David Jaffe.
Oh,
or
shit.
Dave Jaffe, as he was credited here.
Okay. Okay, so actually, so the announcement that Nintendo made was that all online services would be ended for the Nintendo 3DS. except for Pokemon Bank.
Ah!
So Pokemon Bank actually will not be going down in April 2024.
Yeah, they're finally discontinuing the 3DS entirely. That's impressive.
I know, right?
Mostly because, again, like, the Switch has been going for 8 years with no end in sight.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty crazy for consoles.
Yeah, I know, right?
6 years?
Ugh.
Well, no, okay, because... Yeah, 6 years, sorry. What are you talking about? The Switch is fine.
Yeah, I love the Nintendo Switch.
Directed by Michael D. Jackson.
I definitely have not worked on games for the Nintendo Switch.
Yep. I wouldn't really say decrepit, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's alright. Like, technically speaking, the processor they put in that thing was, like, old when it came out.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the Joy-Con drift is the only thing I can actually cite as a major issue, but that wouldn't require a whole new game to release. That's just, like, the new Joy-Con Plus or whatever.
Fuck, Pro Controllers drift?
Yeah, they use, they cheaped out on the Joy-Con, on the thing, so it wears out very quickly.
I knew that was a thing for the Joy-Cons, but it's for the Pro Controllers too?
Maybe.
Shit.
But, like, performance-wise, the thing is I mostly see is, the standard thing with most Nintendo games is, like, no one other than Nintendo seems to know how to optimize them properly.
Wait, you really wish they got a class action lawsuit?
For-
They did. They
for the-
lost.
Yeah. What, the Joy-Con drift?
Yeah, the Joy-Con drift lawsuit. Yeah, that happened, and they lost, and nothing came of it.
Yeah, there you go.
It was weird.
And yeah, Joy-Cons costing so fucking much is also fucking absurd.
Yeah. But hey, if you've got, like, little fingers and iFixit toolkit, you too can fucking spend an extra $30 on Hall Effect joysticks for your Joy-Cons.
Yep. And that was Twisted Metal.
Well,
It was a video game. It's
true.
I could see, again, this feels very arcadey level of, like, quality and fun. It's whatever. It's Christmas Eve, apparently. It got thoroughly outmatched by its sequel in, like, a year.
Halo 2.
Oh yeah, like, it just thoroughly swamped. So join us next week for Twisted Metal Tuesday, while we play the actual Twisted Metal game that people care about.
Twisted Metal 5.
No, they never made a 5, because they stopped counting it that way.
6.
Although, depending on how you want to count the numbers, 5 and 6 are... Again, Black is, like, kind of the 5th game, but also kind of the 6th game. It's weird. We'll talk about it more when we get to it. Till then, it was nice having everybody for this chill Tuesday night stream. It's fun. I probably won't be doing it after this month, because 3 nights is a little much for streaming. Bye-bye!
Twisted Metal 10.
Twisted Metal 10.